Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 82.
Yes, sir.
82.
Kenny T is in the building. OT is in the building.
As long as the coochie selling, the hoes still going.
Goddamn, me Smooth was in the motherfucking building. I'm feeling motherfucking great. The God is back. Goddamn me.
I like that energy, man. I like that energy.
Y'all heard what I said.
You always have a chance and you don't say nothing.
You don't say
talk to
shit.
us. Don't talk to us. Stay on that end.
Around here. We
Stay on that end.
F-bomb 16 times. We had coochie that popped up now. If the coochie ain't selling, then what?
They ain't stopped us yet.
As long as the coachie's selling, the hoes always going.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
You understand me?
Intriguing.
And I'm buying.
Throw wide open.
That's why they stay employed.
Man.
Hey, minimum wage ain't enough nowadays.
Saying I'm buying. Fresh off of Battle of the Sexes 4, we just shot it. How y'all fellas feel about it? Y'all feel like, you know, it was an interesting conversation?
50 piece.
Oh.
No fry.
Man, I heard I lost, so I'm gonna take this L. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I ain't watched it back. That's what I heard. I'll take an L. Don't matter to me.
Now,
Me, man, it looked like I put up 81 in 2 quarters. One shoulder, ankle rolled on the left, and I dribbled to the left. Damn.
so she beat you down.
Shit. I just told you I scored 81.
You worked hard for that 81.
Oh, like they give me.
81 on 79 shots?
Nah.
Damn.
Straight up.
81 on 30 shots and 50 fouls. They was fouling me. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Who was left on the team?
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, no, I think it was a dope showing. Shout out to all of the ladies that came through, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. I think y'all made some good points. Y'all made some compelling content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Coming off of the heels of Battle of the Sexes 3, the hype is high. I know everybody's looking forward to it, and we got a special treat for the Patreon. I won't announce yet, but
A lot of new faces, too.
Yeah,
Brand new faces. Brand new faces.
Definitely want to tap in with them again, man. It was just the vibe was nice. The vibe was right. You know what I'm saying? And that would be the most important thing. Those make for the best debates. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in there stale. Nobody in there standing in the corner not saying nothing. Everybody was chipping, bobbing, talking
Except
shit.
for me.
Well, yeah, Kenny. I just say, you know, he be a bit Hollywood.
Yeah, Kenny say, man, I know I'm about to get destroyed today. Let me just sit in the corner and gather myself.
Went over his talking points in his head and still got washed.
Yeah, I got y'all one. See, I say I lost one time.
That's why you never say you lost.
Look,
Undefeated.
All, if it's on
all
footage.
I know is if I go down, so choose your words wisely.
Hell no.
And we gonna leave it at that, Jimmy.
Right
We gonna leave it at that.
On to the next topic. Now, we got an interesting situation today. I kind of hate to start the pod how we have to start it. I know y'all tired of talking about this. I'm tired of talking about it. But they send us videos all throughout the week. This particular one about 15 times. Now, I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to give some context behind the full video. Because I actually went and watched the full video.
Exactly. I don't like that clip.
But we're just going to play the clip. I want to get y'all's initial reaction when y'all first heard it. Now, this is Brittany Renner, who went on
Guys about girls like me, so tell me about girls like me.
Fresh and Fit podcast.
Humor
Women
me.
in general. Like, I mean,
Well, no, but no, don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here
This was an off-camera
that
conversation.
you did say that.
That's true.
You
Off-camera
warn guys about
conversation.
girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
you're not special. You're like other girls. That's the
I'm
key.
not special.
Like,
So-
you're like other women that are
So
like,
what makes you special then?
I never said I was.
What do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel? I mean, I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So how does that make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch ass nigga, that does something for me, right? If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable, what does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, what if I call you? If I just say that again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do you guys' podcast. Forgettable. Hate the setup. The name is underwhelming. I didn't really see the value in it. Right? That's how I feel. Right. But
Okay, so that's the clip that came out, went viral. That's Brittany Renner, who was on Academics podcast. Shout out to Off the Record. And he matched them up. It was going to be a meeting of, the villains, I would say. The top villain from the woman's side, the top villain from the male side. They sat down, had a long conversation. That was a clip of it. When that clip first dropped, what was y'all thoughts on it?
I need to see the real clip.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
immediately, because I know how this works.
Shit be getting edited out like a motherfucker, boy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was my first.
And then when I seen the real clip, I was like, yeah, I like the chop better. I like the chop better.
Yeah, my thoughts was I think because again, if you know how this media situation work, our podcast, our marketing work, they're gonna put out the most volatile thing first just to get everybody talking, get everybody attention. But when we went back and actually listened to the full conversation, it was much more of a mellow conversation, much more of a agreeable conversation. They didn't really disagree too much at all, if we're gonna be honest. Because again, I think they both represent two extreme sides of the fence. Mm-hmm. She represents the extreme side on the woman's side. He represents the extreme side on the man's side, or whatever the case may be. And it's like they kind of are forced to respect each other, because like neither one of them are, I guess, coming for personal character. They both debating theory. So when it's theory coming, then it's like, okay, now Brittany could have went off the rails and got personal, but she didn't. She kept it in bounds or whatever. So they was able to have a good conversation. But
I would like to break down that full, if we can do that.
What's that?
That 8-minute clip or whatever. Like really break that down, the whole conversation.
That one was edited too.
Yeah.
Because
they was probably talking about a good 30 minutes or so.
She wants you to come out and tell us your true self, and they like cut that part off.
Yeah,
right.
And then went so.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just interesting. The irony is, that's what I was saying on Twitter. I said I would love to have a conversation with her, but I think we would agree on a lot of things as well, because it's more of a, like, when you get past the theory, it's more of a preference thing in terms of like what type of women we want, in terms of what type of men that they shoot for. It's like, okay, they want a certain caliber of guys. Like, how can you argue that? You can't. I mean, that's what she wants. It's like man could be dead broke. If I still want to Beyonce, I'm gonna still shoot just in case. I'm gonna try to see. You know what I'm saying?
If you feel like you got played, you just got licked, baby.
Right.
You're part of the game.
So people's preferences are what they are. So once you get past theory, it just turns into kind of a.
Yeah, so I ain't knocking your hustle. I ain't knocking your gold digger. Hey, go lick these niggas, man.
Yeah.
And same thing for these men. Go lick these women, man. Mm-hmm. You got to come up somehow. I'm saying.
But yeah, again, shout out to all parties involved, prayers for all parties involved. Like I always say, we ain't gonna stay on that long because I'm tired of talking about Fresh and Fit. We're gonna move right along. We got sent another clip to where a woman was stating her demands in terms of what she wants in a man. She was featured on the podcast. I'm not sure the name of this podcast. I wish I knew, but I'm gonna shout them out. I'm just gonna play the clip. I want to get y'all responses on what she demands in her.
I see myself working. I don't see myself getting a 9 to 5. I want to be.
Wait.
Hold on a minute.
Wait.
I want to be with a man who's a provider, who will allow me to be a housewife. I want to be a lady of leisure.
Tell me about the birthday thing you told me, please. I wouldn't
buy a man a birthday gift. No. He has me.
What happens now, yeah? God forbid, if your husband gets sick and it can't work.
Then I have to find a new one. I have to find a new one.
Stop. I'm so sorry. You're useless. You're useless. You're fucking useless.
But for me, I don't see myself working.
You're useless.
I can't. What kind of editing was going on? There had to be some editing going on.
Bro, when I first seen that, bro, I was like, bro, let me look at another post and come back to make sure I heard what I heard.
Bro,
if this man gets sick or something happened to him, you gonna divorce him and get another husband?
She said, I gotta find a new one.
You would never buy your husband a birthday gift, but he gotta buy you everything?
She said, he has me.
You ain't nothing but a child.
I am the gift. That's what she said.
You a child. No, that's a child. You ain't selfish. You a child. That's the shit your children do. You got to buy your child everything. They can't buy you nothing. Kid got some money. Golly. So if he put your ass in the corner on your knees, you gonna do it? Just saying.
That's funny because I seen the tweet. I'm glad that came up. That's ironic. Saw this tweet the other day. Similar. This girl said, I am attracting a financially abundant partner who is genuine with his time, money, and influence. his money will be our money, and my money will be my money. Amen. And there were so many women in those comments.
Of course.
Agreeing. And of course, if you say that, they're gonna say, "Oh, we were just playing."
If you just want to be
not all of y'all playing.
Just say that, bro.
Not all of y'all playing. I think it just, I don't know, man. It's,
if you want to be a bomb, just say that.
I don't know what to say about that. They just want
I
to
know
be
what to
taken
say.
care of. They want to be baby. I don't know.
I know what to say.
Lazy.
We need to stop enabling these type of chicks, bro. Rewarding them with sex, rewarding them with energy, rewarding them with text messages and time. Let's just be honest. Like, a lot of these chicks be fine or whatever, and they have these thoughts. And we validate their claims by even entertaining them. I think we need to just stop it, because there's a lot of women out there that actually think logically, that don't think like that. That's not trying to be on some city girls energy, whatever the case may be. And just as fine, but they just low key.
Very true.
And, hard to find, whatever. So, and I think men generally tend to veer toward those women more so than the city girl type of chicks. I mean, if we're going to be honest. But it's like, again, they are a loud minority. Like, very loud. But they are still a minority. I don't think most women think like that. In terms of like, okay, I'm not bringing nothing to the relationship but me. I'm the prize. I'm the present. You go out there, you work, you make all the money. Hell no, I'm not working. Hell no, I ain't got to be thoughtful. I'm just going to show up and I'm going to be me. I'm going to give you a refurbished ass and you just going to take that and enjoy that. I don't think most women think like that.
And then on top of that, that same woman that cheat on you.
It may not be most, but it's a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
That same woman that cheat on you, dog. You doing all this. You come home, Pee-wee in there pounding her through your goddamn boy.
But not they want that like Sex in the City type lifestyle. They want to have a Mr. Biggs that take care of all their needs. They get to go out, have brunch with their girls Monday through Sunday, the little weekly meetings and things like that. That's what they want. They want to live a lifestyle just like that.
But you know what it is? A lot of them know how to looks to live a lifestyle like that. And that's the first thought that came to my head when I was watching that clip. I'm like, you don't look like you need to be talking like that, man. That was my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. It's some chicks that's bad and they can just get away with that type of thing. And that's fine. If you can finesse it, do your thing. But the issue comes when there's people that's not qualified to talk like that begin to talk like that. Just like with men. The same way. They get on us all the time. Lex came on our part, shout out to Lex, and said that. She was like, you be well, she was talking to me. She said, you be up there gassing these dudes up or whatever that don't have money, that ain't attractive, that ain't whatever, to have all of these demands in women and all this and that. You don't look that good. You don't do that. So, I mean, we got to spin that same thing in reverse. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you can finesse it, do you. But a lot of y'all can't. And a lot of y'all have that mindset, and that's going to get y'all smashed and tossed to the side like most of y'all get anyway, if we're going to be honest.
I wouldn't even want to smash her. I wouldn't even want to smash her. Condom break, you have a baby with her. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, we can't go that route. Can't go that route.
It's ugly out there. It's ugly out there, man.
We're going to keep it pushing. There was another clip I seen, got sent. I'm just going to play it. I want to get y'all response. It was in terms to the wife is the primary provider to a husband of 4 kids and doesn't want to have sex as much because of it. I want to get y'all's take on the clip after we play it.
Mm-hmm. Ready for this?
Let's do it.
My wife, this is a man, if they say my wife, I'm assuming. My wife of 11 years is amazing. That's a great number, too. Mm-hmm. She is also the mother of our 4 amazing children. My issue is that she hardly ever wants to have sex. She is content with giving it up maybe once a week, and that's on a good week. How often do the two of you think is normal for a married couple with no health issues to have sex? I am getting very frustrated with my wife. She explained that she no longer feels attractive after having our 4 kids and gaining weight. To me, in my eyes, she is still as fine as ever, and I still heavily desire my wife. She does work hard, and she is the primary provider of our household. However, I make sure that the house is cleaned when she gets home, her dinner is always ready when she gets home, and the kids are always straight. All she has to do is take care of me, and she still only wants to do it once a week or less than that. I have no desire to cheat or anything like that, but I am becoming more and more frustrated with this situation, which could eventually turn to anger and resent. How can I get my wife to do it more?
Yeah, he's 2 seconds from getting a girlfriend.
He said he doesn't have any desire to cheat or anything like that.
He right around the corner from getting him a girl. So
Listen.
at the end of the day, let me just say this. I commend her because she's had 4 children.
4.
So that does change the dynamics a little bit. A lot of women start feeling insecure about themselves after 1 child. So when you have 4, it gets a little hard to keep their esteem up, to keep everything going, especially when you're still working and doing this. And I get it. But you guys need to talk about that because you still have to fulfill certain duties in your marriage. And that's just, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. And you can't make it feel like mercy sex, like an obligation. So 1 week, in my opinion, we talked about
Once a week.
Once a week, it sucks. I can't even say it right. It's dumb to me. If you want to have a healthy marriage, unless the man is impotent or he has issues with his situation.
Well, what's healthy?
Healthy? What you mean?
He's saying he's saying.
I would say at least 2 to 3 times a week is healthy sex. If you have a high sex drive, just speaking for a friend. If you have a high sex drive, then maybe 4 or 5 times a week.
Awesome.
I think you need to find a solution to the problem. She told him what it was. She doesn't feel sexy anymore due to the 4 kids. So I think he needs to find a way to. Okay, you want to start back in the gym? You want to start eating right?
Plus, he always shooting the club up, bro.
What do you want to do to, resolve this issue to where we can start having sex again to make you feel sexier? Because I still think you're sexy regardless of what it is. I don't think you need to be in the gym, but if you feel like it, I'll go with you. I'll do whatever it takes to get you to feeling sexy again. But us not having sex is not working.
Hey, he always shooting the club up. That's what she afraid of. She just not saying that. Every time I have sex with you, I bop out a baby.
That's not what she's saying.
That's what she's saying without saying it. 4 kids. And now she acting like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't like my body and all that. You mean tell me after the first 3 kids, your body wasn't, you know what I'm saying, transforming? She had that 4th kid and she working.
We're just going off.
She like, hey, this nigga always getting me pregnant.
We're just going off of what she said. We can't assume this is what it is, bro.
I know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what it is. That boy got trash pumps. He in there 6 strokes, and he shooting the club up. And she like, nigga.
See,
that's what it is.
Oh, when you heard the layout, what's your immediate assessment?
It sounds like 60% of our episodes. Men are frustrated sexually a lot of times, trying to be good, whether you working hard or staying at home taking care of the kids. Either way, a man is not being satisfied. Every man talks about that. Almost every man talks about that. That's a lot of men's experience. So why is it always swept under the rug when it's not as important to the other side? Like, you see what's going on. Like, okay, she's not feeling sexy. There's a lot of men who will understand that and try to fix it. Okay, but let's go out to eat. Let's do this. Do I need to buy you a new dress? I believe that there are a lot of men who still gonna try to find a way to make sure she's happy. That's why he's cleaning and cooking and let me take as much stress off my woman as possible. So hopefully she'll be ready, in the mood for me later on.
But that's the problem.
And it's still not going on.
He's assuming that if he cleans and does this stuff without asking her what exactly it is he needs to do to make her feel sexy, that's the problem. He's assuming this what she wants when it's really not what she wants because she obviously still not having sex with you.
But we also don't know if they've had that conversation either.
He said the only conversation they had was that he wants to have sex more than 1 time a week.
Yep.
And she told him the reason why she doesn't feel sexy anymore. And he didn't say, okay, what solution? He asked somebody else what kind of solution he should do instead of asking her, okay, what kind of solution can we do to fix this? You already did the hard part, communicating that you did the hardest part was communicating that you not getting enough sex from your wife.
So now you got to get the solutions.
The easy part now is, okay, how can we fix this, babe? What do you need to do? What do we need to do? What can I help you with to start having more sex?
Exactly.
Instead of going on and writing into the show and asking another man or woman what I should do, you're not married to them. You're married to your wife. Ask her. Because all they're going to do is give you advice that they want, and it still ain't going to work.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I mean, hey, I could be wrong.
And now 6 months from now, you growing resentment, and then you start cheating.
Yep. You start cheating. You checked out. You gonna Mentally
even
check
though
out.
she pushed you to it, but you could have attacked it a different way.
So one thing, I'm gonna hit it from a different angle. I think she has a little resentment for him that she has to be the primary provider. I think that kind of factors into it. I don't think that's the main reason, but I think that kind of factors into it.
That's probably what it is, though,
a
for
bit.
real.
Like, even if he at home taking care of the kid, like, I just can't imagine a woman going to work, coming home and doing nothing in terms of her kids. So she's coming home and she's helping taking care of the kids too. He probably doing most of the heavy lifting, but she's taking care of the kids too. Let's just be honest. Ain't no mama gonna just, you know what I'm saying? Like, men will do that. Come home, bring the check, and I just want to watch the game. You deal with all that extra.
Very true.
She ain't doing that, so she's helping out. So I think she has some resentment towards that, and it's not spoken about enough. Like a lot of women, again, like most women, I would say, are built to be taken care of.
Yes.
Even if they could be the most powerful woman at her company. She can be fierce and in business and a great negotiator and all of that. But at the end of the day, they have an innate nature to want to be taken care of.
I agree.
So that's not saying that she wants to stay at home and be a housewife. No, but she would probably appreciate it if he was bringing more to the table financially and like helping out more on that financial end. And I think that would factor into like the sex improving or whatever, because she wouldn't. I don't want to say gain respect for him, because I think she has a level of respect for him because she had 4 kids with him. Like, they have a family. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? You got to have respect for somebody for that. But I think that it would greatly improve because she would feel like less pressure. When you the primary provider, we all know, we men, when you the primary provider, it's pressure that you walking around with on your shoulders every day. I got to make sure that this ship goes. I can't have a bad day. I can't have an off day. I can't lose my job. I can't, because the whole family is going to fold. So she's walking around with that pressure, and it's not natural for a woman to, because they have an innate nature to be taken care of. So I think that kind of plays a role in it. But I also agree with Kenny. I think in situations like this, that's why I hate like going for outside advice, because we can only give you so much advice. We're not in your relationship day for day, so we don't know how much you done communicated. He might have said that he communicated it and didn't for real.
I wonder if he worked for real, because all the stuff that he said, just thinking about that, like taking care of the kids and make sure this and that, don't sound like he worked.
Yeah, I don't know.
And if that's it, boy.
So, bro, if he don't work, then that's definitely
really
a big reason why.
Facts.
A big reason why.
If you're not working at all, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because even if you're not like clocking into a job, there's plenty of ways to make money online. We live in proof of it. We come on here and talk shit every week and make a decent living doing this. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's one person. So you could be flipping, items or
day trading,
reselling shoes, day trading. It's all kind of ways to make money sitting right at the crib. You know what I'm saying? But if he's not bringing no income in at all, and she's working hard, like he says, so she works hard, she the primary provider.
Just
and even if you are a house husband,
I think that's what it is. He's not working.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing all that other stuff, she's still looking at you like, I'm working with all men that make just as much money as me.
And coming home and helping you do these house duties.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think that kind of plays a role. But at the end of the day, communication is key.
Big fact.
So that's why you got to sit
him
down.
that, though?
Yes. She may not say it directly, but I mean, again, if you know your woman, he got 4 kids with her, he know his woman. So he should be able to sit down and have that conversation and be able to interpret the tone, how it's delivered, how is she hesitant when I bring the issue of money up, like whatever the case may be, and you can kind of assume it from there. But some women will just sit you down and just keep it blunt. But again, like when you've been with somebody for a long time, it's just like me and my wife. My wife could tell me all day long that nothing is wrong. I know you better than you.
Exactly.
So you can't tell me that. Like I know. I'm like trends and habits and shit gets to changing.
Body language, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
The way you responded to me.
Yeah, so that's why knowing your partner is so important. But again, communication is everything, bro. You got to figure out what it is that's gonna get her going. Like, what is it that's gonna make her look at you the same way that she did when y'all first got together? And if you can't sit down and have that conversation, then y'all doomed anyway. And we can give you all the outside advice in the world, but our advice is limited. We ain't there 24/7.
Damn.
But I know one thing: you better try to make it work.
Yeah.
That's 4 kids, man. Y'all, you in it now. Why old boy tell me, you about to go get a girlfriend, fam?
He said he didn't want to leave.
Good luck, man.
You don't want to leave because she taking care of him.
Yeah,
that's just real. Fool. Just
straight up.
Think about all the stuff that he said, bro.
You don't have a choice but to try to force yourself to be happy.
You get what I'm saying?
I know where to go.
Like, bro, go get you a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if that's the thing, like, bro, tell her you gonna go to school for something, then go to school for something.
Yeah.
They got plenty of certificates you can get in a year and a half that'll get you a lot of money.
Especially with 4 kids.
You get what I'm saying?
I can't not work as a grown man if I got 4 kids.
Need to see you working and working hard. They need to see what a real man look like that handles his business as a father, as a husband. And if you at the home most of the time and your wife at work most of the time, like, how that look, bro?
What if he's not? Here's a question. Just because he doesn't work, does that mean he can't be a father?
No. I'm saying,
does that mean he can't
how
be a
your
man?
kids will look at things, bro. Like, your kids see things, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
and
but,
understand
okay,
things.
so let's take it this way. What if you have the father that works all the time, but comes home and does nothing?
That's even trash, too.
But then you have the father that doesn't work, but at home, he's cleaning, cooking, fixing the utilities. You ain't got to call no handyman out. He's changing the lawn. He's folding the clothes. He's getting the cars
As
ready.
we all know,
and he's there at every
ain't enough
event. He's spending time with the kids. Okay. He's spending time at work. So we said before, time is more important than finances when it comes to kids, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
So I mean, why?
It is, but
my idea is, I mean, I can't say somebody can't be a man or a father because they don't work, they don't have a job.
I understand that.
Because when women stay at home or housewives, we call that a job in itself.
Nah, I don't do that.
But again,
we do.
But wait.
I don't do that.
Let's stop because I feel like we don't. Kenny is going in a good place, and I want to stay there. I don't want to detour. What the difference is Kenny, what you're saying is 1,000% right.
Mm-hmm.
But common perception, tradition, all of those things have a heavy mental programming.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at it odd when a man is staying at home, and not only from outside perception, and that's what I'm talking about, the respect factor with his woman.
Mm-hmm.
He could be at home doing everything, but still in her head, a man just not working, not bringing no income in at all. Even if he could be the best house husband in the world, her family is looking at him crazy. She looking at him crazy. His family is probably looking at him a bit crazy. Why? Because as a man, we have an innate responsibility, according to mental programming, to protect and provide. Period. Now, is staying at being a house husband or whatever, working from home, the same as working? Yeah, it could be argued it is, but it goes to mental programming. When a woman is doing it, it's accepted. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. Why? Because women have an innate ability to be taken care of. As a man,
natural role,
right? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like you right, but could she be losing respect for him? Yes, and just like what Smooth is saying, can his kids be losing respect for or not respect him as much? Because once they start going outside and getting that mental programming that we talking about, they're gonna be looking at their daddy like, damn, you don't work at all. So what Smooth is saying is right too.
Then they have a daughter and she may make some money and now she in the same situation.
Right.
Because I think about, with me being a father, I think about how my son will look at me and perceive me. You get what I'm saying? Like, that is very important to me. So if I got to sacrifice a little bit of my time to make sure the look is right, I will do that. Because I'm raising you to be better than me. Let's just keep it real. I got a daughter, so I can speak to this. I don't want my daughter to be the primary provider in no household. I don't. Like, I want her to be able to. I want her to get her degrees, make her money or whatever, but I want her to find a man that she can follow. Because I've seen women try to carry that burden and it weighs extremely heavy on them because they are not built for that. So if ideally, I want my daughter to meet a man that's about his business, he out there getting to that bag. Don't get me wrong, I want him to have emotional intelligence as well and be able to relate to her and help her with house stuff or whatever, because I want my daughter to be working as well. But I don't want my daughter to be a primary provider and be married to a house husband. I don't. That's just what it is. So
I'm just giving both.
No. You're right.
Because we gave one side the extreme, like, okay, he's not bringing nothing, a respect factor, but you got to get the other extreme side too. Because if he's just working, comes on and gives nothing towards the family, which one really is better for the family?
But what you're saying is right. But again, even if he's going out and working, he ain't giving nothing. I'm funding this whole situation.
Yeah. But
so could I be giving more? Sure. But I mean, y'all got a roof over your head. I got clothes on y'all back. You can take trips whenever you got a car to drive. That's me. That's all me.
But are you giving the time, cleaning? Are you even helping the kids? When the kids need help with the homework, are you even there? Or are they just like, oh, go to mom? Like that. I think that plays more of a bigger emotional side towards the kid and the family than dad staying home.
But wait, is the woman not working at all? She staying home and being a housewife?
Yeah.
Then no. Like technically, because if I'm out there working, your job is to be the housewife. Mm-hmm. Now again, like how I'm wired, I couldn't do that, but I can understand it because that's how tradition has been for thousands of years.
Mm-hmm. She teaches the kids everything, and teaches the sons to follow in the father's footsteps, and teaches the daughter to follow in her footsteps.
Yeah, but I think now we just becoming a bit more savvy and a bit more like relatable to our women, and so we want to like meet them halfway per se. You know, say I'm gonna go work or whatever. But a lot of our women are working, so it's like we can't demand that you be a housewife no more because you out there putting in 40 hours a week the same way I am, even if I am making more money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so we feel more obligated. But back in the day, women weren't working. So as a man, if I'm out there and I'm giving y'all a great life, I got y'all in a big ass house, y'all got 2 cars, I got whatever. Yeah, I should be able to technically come home and not do nothing.
11 years, it ain't really for real. Just being that far in, it ain't it's about the money. But if you're not bringing nothing to the table, that's what she's looking at, right? Because she can be the primary provider and financial winner, but if she's making 70 and you're making 50. You get what I'm saying? Y'all putting that together. That's not a problem for nobody. But if you're bringing nothing to the table, that is totally different. She is going to look at you crazy because you're not helping. You're not helping. Like you're really not helping at all.
Right.
Yes.
But everything else you're doing right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But she's looking at you crazy.
That's where I just differ. I'm just saying, like, if
because you got to realize for
a lot of marriages, like we say, women say, it's not about the money.
But it is.
It's somewhat it is. But if you
to a degree it is.
My degree of what I'm saying is if you give one side the extreme, he's not giving no money, and another side all he's giving is money, but no emotional support, no mental support, that marriage is gonna fail too.
But
and it's gonna take a detriment on the kids too.
But they would say they would probably more likely take the money and deal with everything else than a man just
deal with a man not being
for sure. They will
because you're comfortable, because she's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That money for her and the kids that they're gonna have is gonna make them comfortable. So she'll sacrifice him not being emotional and all this type of stuff for the life.
And we not,
and it works. We seen it work for a million years.
I say we not breaking new ground here. This is 1,000 years plus a tradition. Like this ain't nothing that's, you know what I'm saying, niggas just thought of yesterday. So it's a proven formula. Don't get me wrong. Do I feel like I could do that, or do I feel like it's right for the daddy to come home and just not do nothing?
No,
I don't think that's right.
I don't agree with that. But if we're gonna break it down the technical, our roles, our jobs here, if she's not working and he's going out making all the money, he technically has a right to come home and not do nothing. Because I'm busting my ass every day outside of this house, providing the lifestyle that y'all have, providing the fact that you don't have to work. Literally everything. So you got whatever you want. You got money in your pocket. You got clothes. My kids got everything they need, food, everything we need. That's me. So when I come home, your job is to turn this house into a home.
But on their side, they just don't. They want to feel vulnerable because in that state, they have no control, no leverage, like we always talk about. So now women today are like, well, you're not about to just leave me high and dry, because that's what some men would do.
Yeah, some men would do that.
Pack up and just leave their family.
That's real.
Now that's why they want to have money in their pocket. Something that way is like, okay, well, yeah, you leave me, but I still got my own, and I'm proud of that. It may be a little bit, but it's still something.
And in my opinion, they should.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like that's which is why I be arguing all the time on these platforms when they be talking about, oh nah, your woman shouldn't be working, your woman shouldn't be this. So it's like, again, if we come into this relationship under the guise that we are never leaving each other, we are gonna be here forever. Like if I knew that this was a proven fact, then I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind her not working.
Correct.
No, I wouldn't mind.
But if relationships fail at a 50% or higher clip.
You know why I would mind though? Because if we looking at all times, right? Even our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, they stayed married 30, 40 years, right? When their husband died, most of the time they couldn't take care of themselves. They went to nursing homes. I do not want my wife to have to go to a fucking nursing home because I chose to not let her work. Or I was real like, no, you can't work.
Right.
I might have left you a little bit of money, but that's not gonna last you, yo. Because most marriages, the man die before the wife. That's just how it go.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? So if I leave you, you get what I'm saying, and I leave you $100,000, that's not gonna carry you through your whole life. You get what I'm saying? And now you in a nursing home, which most of them end up in. That's just facts. Most of them end up in nursing home. I do not want my wife to have to go to a nursing home. So that's why I'm like, I need you to know how to provide for yourself.
They end up in nursing home because they can't take care of themselves no more.
Right.
Because they have either they need help.
Hey, no.
Nursing homes cost money.
Exactly.
I don't think you.
But
Think that's
I know.
Your family has to pay for that.
No. They get checks. They get the SSI because they retire now. They get the SSI checks. But I know older people. You know what I'm saying? That husband then died on them, but they was able to work and all that type of stuff, and now they got all this money, this insurance money. They get the nurses to come to their home instead of going to a nursing home, where them people treat you bad. They treat you like you just a check because they getting a check from you. But if they come into your house, you got a nurse coming to your house every day, making sure you straight and all this type of stuff. That's totally different. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, you're still independent. You just need a little bit more help.
You know what?
I would rather that for my wife than you going to a goddamn nursing home where it's 100 people in there, and you know what I'm saying, it ain't enough nurses to serve everybody. Well, you can stay at your crib and you get your own personal nurse.
Or if you have kids, your kids could take care of you.
Kids don't want to do that.
Kids I would rather and I told my wife that. I say, man, I would rather my kid be able to take care of, like, go handle your life. You get what I'm saying? My wife is my responsibility. And that's what I'm going to tell my son when he get old. Hey, your mom, when you leave here, it's always my responsibility. You get what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about us. When you making your decisions as a man and go and have a family and all that, don't ever worry about us. I got your mom. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I want for my child.
Which is real because it's so many.
Too, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. It's so many dudes. That's what I'm about to get into. It's so many dudes, and I can name 3 right off the top of my head that aren't making the moves that they should be or chasing the things that they should chase because I got to stay home and make sure my parents is good, or, you know, my parents getting a little older, or this, whatever. So I'm going to stagnate myself until they die. And now I'm 50 with regrets. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you leave your parent high and dry. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like you should stagnate yourself to make sure that they, you know what I'm saying?
Send them to the nursing home.
Send them. They can stay.
That's what you have to do.
But they can stay.
No, that's a fact. If you
they can stay in the house, help raise the kids. That's an extra babysitter. That's an extra person that can clean and cook, things like that.
Fam,
what's wrong with doing something like that?
Imagine having two sets of grandparents inside a house.
You ain't gotta have 2. But
imagine just you can't even walk around. Your wife can't walk around.
Your wife can't.
That's what I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not just you. That's the problem.
Are you walking around like that with kids? With the kids, we just walk around how you want to walk around. No, more than likely, you're not.
Most parents do.
A lot of times, you're not gonna have that time for the most part anyway.
In a row, where wife can walk around without her bra on. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you don't even want to have sex with your parents in the same house. You know
that part I agree.
You can't talk how you want. You can't have sex how you want.
The arguments ain't gonna be the same.
You gotta feed other mouths.
No, fool.
You got more mouths to feed.
Yeah. No,
you got to deal with they gonna be stuck in their ways.
And then when you go out of town, you got to worry about your mom.
If they
or your dad,
if they in your roof, you make the rules. They still your parent. You still gonna respect them, but at the same time, you with me. I'm taking care of you.
Nursing home.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I feel like you should, because that's more money out your pocket. You can cut expenses.
They get Social Security.
Yeah, they get Social Security. They can put it towards some groceries or something.
But look though, you know what the money pays for? The money pays for quality of life. In my household, right? In my house, I should be able to come in my house and do what I want to do.
I feel that.
But the fact is that when you have a parent in there, whether it's yours or whether it's your spouse's, you have to walk on eggshells to an extent. I can't just come in here and just wild out. I'll come in here and just I have to be considerate. You know what I'm saying? I have to be considerate of another adult human being, and not only another adult, but an elder. Mm-hmm. Somebody that you respect, you know what I'm saying? So you're not going to come in there cussing all crazy. You're not going to come in there doing that. And that may be what you feel like doing. I'm paying $400,000 for this house. I should be able to come and do what I want to do. When somebody's parents is there, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. So that your quality of life differs. And also, you speaking from a very selfish perspective. Because if your wife is not comfortable with that, but you believe in that, Now it's like that. That's the conversation that y'all gotta have. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? So
conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't just assume it.
But the irony is is that a lot, even in those conversations, a lot of spouses get pressured into that type of situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, my dad gonna come to stay, or my mom come to da. You good? It's like what? Like what do you expect to say? Hell no, they can't come. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I think that's us, like our culture, because like Hispanics, they have generations in their household, and it works out just fine for them. They'll have a bunch of cars in the yard and stuff, but everybody is contributing. Everybody getting to the bag. Then finally, people start moving on. Like you just see, like in different methods, it's proven. Like the Nigerian household, people they be 30 years old, staying with their parents, and then they move out and start making their own money after they've saved and stuff like that. They be doctors and lawyers.
No, we're not talking about that.
I'm talking about that. Like if you keep the structure, if like that's why I was saying what's wrong with them being in the household, because in instances like those, it works for them. But we just don't get along with our family a lot of times.
I'm talking.
So that's what. That's why you can't have them in the house.
You coming from a good household. You coming from a good household, right? You leave and go to school. Let's say you, like you just said, you go be a doctor or all that. It take you 6 years to go through. Because most people that come from good households, they go to a school and get a really, really good degree, and you know what I'm saying, it take them a few years, right? I'm talking after they done gotten their career, they gotten married and all that type of stuff. Your parents old now,
right? Your
dad dies.
So you in your early 40s. You get early 40s, parents 70. That's why I'm talking.
You can be in your 40s or you know what I'm saying, late 30s. Your father dies, right? You know what I'm saying? If they come from a good household, it's gonna be life insurance involved.
Yep.
Right? So she's probably getting $500,000 from that, right? She's getting his retirement. You know what I'm saying? She's also getting her retirement, SSI. So she got enough money to handle herself.
She'll be able to move around for a little bit, right?
But if she gets sick or something, let's say something happens, she have a little stroke or something and all that, she ain't got to move. She got enough money to where I don't have to move in with my child to interrupt his life. You get what I'm saying? I can just get me a nurse at the crib. And of course, you being her child, you going to go check on your mom periodically and all that type of shit. But she ain't got to come move into your crib to interrupt things.
For sure. For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
But the problem in our community, that don't be the way. You know what I'm saying? Your parent have to move in with you, or she has to go to the nursing home. And most black people, they don't want to go to the nursing home. They want to move in with their child. They feel like you are obligated to take care of me now.
Nah, I wouldn't even feel like no obligation.
You would just do it?
I would just feel like that's what you should do. That person took care of you for X amount of years.
That wasn't my choice. I didn't choose you as my parent.
I agree, but still, they did it.
You chose me.
They unselfishly did it.
Okay, but you chose me.
They brought you into this world. They took care of you. They put food on your back, clothes on your back.
I feel you.
Even when you may have been struggling, they helped you out. No.
Hear me out.
I think both of y'all are stuck in y'all ways and perspectives.
No, because I would tell my child, bro, if he go on and hit the lottery or play ball and be great at something, bro, I didn't choose. You didn't choose me. I chose you. You get what I'm saying? So you don't owe me a damn thing. You don't owe me nothing but to be great out here and honor my name. That's it. Everything else, if you want to give that, that's a plus for you. But you not. I'm telling you right now, you are never obligated to nothing with me because I chose to be your father.
But still, it's the least you can do is give back because they were unselfish. Even though they brought you into this world and did all that stuff, I agree. But it's like the least you can do is take care of them.
I get you.
In that situation.
No.
I'm not saying because my first thing would be just throw them in a nursing home. Yes, if the option is if you cool enough to be by yourself, like my grandmother 84 years old, she had a home by herself. Mm-hmm. Yes, she can take care of herself. People help her get around. When I come in town, they help her get around, stuff like that. Overall, she cool. But if it were to come to an instance where she can no longer live by herself, I would want to take care of their responsibility. I don't want nobody else taking care of responsibility and then some faulty stuff happened and now I'm trying to sue the hospital because they didn't do what they were supposed to do or something or nursing home after they was mixed up her medicine.
I don't think you understand how much time that's going to take to take care of somebody that's
you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Medicine.
I seen my godfather. My godfather took care of my great aunt and his mama for a very long time.
Did he have a woman? Did he have a woman?
Yeah, he had a woman.
He was working?
She was living there?
He was working. Had his own business and everything.
She was living there?
Business, so he wasn't on regular hours.
Yeah, he was like, he was
Was he making more than $42,000 a year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to come back to this question after old get married. Because I think he's speaking from a very like
single mind,
optimistic single mindset. It's like I'm single. I got my own place.
He got his own kid.
So yeah,
and
my
wife.
mama, my grandma, she can come stay. She can do whatever she wants to because I'm single and I don't have a woman that I have to answer to.
Think about my family dynamic though. I
get it. I'm a part of the family. I get it.
I've been around just family. Period. So it's nothing to me. Like
to you, that's my point. Ain't like you proving my point. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with your beliefs. I'm saying that it's gonna be interesting to see the sacrifices that have to be made when you get married.
Sacrifices got to be made.
That's what I'm saying.
But
that's not one of his sacrifices.
I understand.
That's not one of his sacrifices. That's his deal breaker. Yeah. No, you can't. We can't do what?
Divorce.
I want a divorce. Not like that. Because to me, I understand that when you in a marriage, you're gonna have to deal with whatever comes with that. Everything that comes with that, you making that choice for the rest of my life. I'm dealing with you and everything that comes with it. And I'm accepting that when I put that.
But it's different between everything that comes with it. Like some things that come with it are mandatory. Other things are optional. So when we in a marriage, conversations have to be had, decisions have to be made. So again, that's why I say I can't wait to see how you make that decision because you marry a woman that says I'm not comfortable with your mama coming to stay here. I'm not comfortable with your grandparents coming to stay here. I'm just not.
We talk about that in dating phase. That way,
there you go.
That's real.
But that's real.
That's when you talk about that.
But that opinion can change.
Wow.
You start hanging around, and next thing you know, 94-year-old grandma want to come stay, and she pooping all on herself, and I got to watch you change the diapers, and it smell like shit in the household. You always got to do blood treatment and all kind of stuff.
It's called love.
No, that takes a toll on you. Then you got a family,
and you got a family,
and you got to love your wife,
and you got to go to work.
Unconditional love.
And it's like not only you gonna have to do that, she gonna have to do it sometimes. Yep, exactly. And that's the thing because it's like, oh baby, I'm at work. Can you go take care of this for me? Can you take care of it? It's like, fam, I didn't want her to be here to begin with. Now you want me to go change a diaper because you getting out work late? Hell, fuck no.
Life alert is going off, babe. I don't hear that.
I'm just saying we see it work.
I don't hear that.
It is very much possible.
She laying on the ground right beside you.
That nigga say, I don't hear nothing. She just sitting on the couch watching TV.
We just don't do a good job. We just don't do a good job of our structure.
But again,
it's very much possible. We just don't do it.
It's possible, but it's a lot.
We just don't do it.
Well, what's the next one?
Next one, man. This is gonna be the last one from A Block, man. Dope conversation. It was a Kevin Gates clip that hit the timeline recently. I want to tap into that one before we move on to quick hits, but I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna get y'all's immediate response to it.
Yeah.
You that I never said before. December 10th through the 12th was the hardest for me this year because when I disabled my Instagram, I had this is my first time ever speaking about this publicly. I had put on Twitter all my friends and my family for getting out my teachers. I love you all. It's over with. See, I don't do I'm about to kill myself and I don't want no attention. Right. I'm about to, I'm gonna get this. I don't do no horse playing. That's horse playing. Yeah. When you talk about it, I was gonna, the way of the samurai. Just smash myself because I was to the point I didn't want to live no more. That last video I had posted when I was holding my daughter, rocking her. I did her birthday in Cabo, in Mexico. I did all of that. I made sure that she had the best birthday ever. I was just holding. I knew that was my last time seeing her.
This was this past December?
Not this December, but the December before that. This December marked the anniversary of that.
Gotcha. What sparked that, though?
I wasn't happy. The world was already beat. The world, as men, especially as a provider, a lot of men don't speak about this, but a lot of men suffer in silence also.
Fact.
When you a provider and you a real provider, but you already unhappy and you not feeling like you being celebrated in a proper manner. You feel like you only being tolerated. Like a lot of people be like, why certain men don't go home? Like when I was in the streets, I used to hate going home because I feel like it's cool, but I ain't welcome though. Cause it don't feel embracing when I go home. It's like, y'all act like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And a lot of men suffer from that and not knowing that it's okay to have your man cave. You have to go in your solitude and have your time for yourself. in order for you to release. Because we so busy being tough and harboring all these resentment and emotions and all the shit we deal with, you know what I'm saying, to where it's just that pressure was on top of my head. I was like, man, I quit. I was at the gym. I was at the gym. Once we got back to California, I was telling Issa, I'm like, I love you, baby. I do. I made up for every birthday. That was the last post I made. Then I had disconnected my Instagram of my last tweet I made. That's crazy I'm even speaking about this. I don't even know why. This God must have put it on my heart. So then after that I went to the gym and I worked out good and I put all my jewelry on. I don't even wear jewelry. I just do that for mine. He like jewelry. I don't even care for that. Yeah. But I put all my jewelry on. I had a raw letter that I wrote about everything, you know. I was just saying I don't regret nobody I ever stepped on. Yeah. You know, if I did it to you, your mom ain't raised you right. You know, that just was, I just wrote everything. I wrote about how, you know, how I've been in love before, you know, how I had my heart broke. How the first woman to ever break my heart was my mother. You know, I wrote about that, you know. The only woman that ever loved me was my grandmother. I wrote everything down. So then after I did that, I had a raw letter. I went in the gym, worked out, took a shower, put all my jewelry on. I said, yeah. I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, hey, Dick. I be saying Dick a lot because my grandfather called me that. That's my like my nickname. So when you hear people say Dick. But anyway, long story short, I looked in the mirror. I say Dick. Hey, it's time to stand on that business. Ain't no more talking. So I was like, yeah, let's go get it done. Show you how God worked through people. I'm walking out the gym. White boy walked up on me, you know, kind of big. I see him in there like, he said, can I approach you? You know when you about to do something gangster, but you be trying to be calm and smiling? You know, that's me. Like, I kind of laugh through my pain and joke when I'm hurting, when I'm dying on the inside. So dude walked up on me. He like, man, your music the only thing make this crazy world make sense. I was like, man, the world's a cruel place, man. Trust me, I know. I'm laughing, but I know what I'm about to go do. Yeah. So he was like, man, I was worried about you because you had disconnected your Instagram and your Twitter. Like the world needs you because, man, it's like your music done kept me from committing suicide so many times. I say, listen, I swear to God, right now, I'm about to go push my shit out. Right now. I say, you the only one I'm telling. Man, you know what that dude did? He cried and he grabbed me. He say, if you do that, so many people gonna take their own life because you all we got. That's what he told me. He said, your music is the only thing that make this crazy world make sense. He cried. You know what I told him? Let's show you how God worked through people because God know I don't bluff. Yeah.
Thoughts?
When I first heard it, I was like, damn, man. But shit, we be suffering in silence, man, you know.
We talk about that shit all the time.
Yeah, man, we gotta
talk
be
about it
hard
on
out
podcasts.
Here. Facts. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be hard out here for everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. We got the whole world just chopping at us. No matter if you got money or not. That just shows you right there. No matter if I got money or not, bro, I'm dealing with a lot. And the more money you make, bro, most of us, we come from broken homes making that type of money. So I'm the head of the whole family, everybody chopping at me. Goddamn me. Then on top of that, I got the opportunities coming at me. Goddamn me, these women. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I still got to perform in the light. I get no time to myself. You get what I'm saying? So I got all these people around me, but I'm really alone. That's a crazy feeling, but most men deal with that. It's a crazy feeling. So I get what he's saying, man.
I think what stuck out to me was that when he didn't feel celebrated, that he's expected to be a provider. So it's not like he doesn't get the praise or the saying come home every day, say thank you. You don't get that, but you will get. You ain't doing your job. The minute you might slip up one time.
And just real quick, not to even cut you off, Kenny, but that's why, like, a lot of women ask, like, why does my man like to spend more time with his friends than he do with me? He spoke to that. That's exactly what Kenny's talking about right now. Every time I go around my boys, it's embracing, it's love. We building each other up. We laughing, we joking.
Even when we clowning. Want nothing from me. You get what I'm saying? So it's all, if I'm doing anything, it's out the love of me. You get what I'm saying? It's out the love.
And it's just always, you know what I'm saying? Even when we get on each other's ass,
Exactly.
We can still feel the love behind it. I know bro telling me this because he see me not on my square. He know what I'm capable of doing, and it's coming from a good place. It's not coming from a trying to, malicious or petty or whatever kind of place like that. It's like, bro, get on your shit. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But it's love. It's an embrace there. But a lot of times, is what Kevin Gates just said. When I go home, the only thing hit my mind is obligation. I'm obligated to try to make you happy. I'm obligated to take care of my kids. I'm obligated to pay these bills. I'm obligated to put this face on and put my needs and my wants to the back burner to make sure everybody else is good in this house before me. And oftentimes, it don't get to the before me.
And then on top of that, shit, being who he is, like I gotta make sure my parents straight, your parents straight. You get what I'm saying? You may have a favorite cousin that we looking after, that I'm really looking after. You know what I'm saying? So I got so many people depending on me. Like, bro, that's a heavy burden, bro.
And again, going to Smooth said, a lot of you come from broken homes or you come from poverty or whatever. A lot of us is first time generation college graduates, first time generation people that's making over six figures, first time. You know what I'm saying? So with that comes a bunch of demands, a bunch of hands out, a bunch of obligations, a bunch of people that just trying to pull at you. And because you love them, you gonna take care of them as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Like it hurts you more than them when you tell them no, or when you have to tell them no. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of stuff that a lot of us deal with. Just being successful in black, just period. Especially as men. Like it's a constant demand. It's a constant obligation. Like we rarely ever find peace. And that's why it's so important, which is what we be telling dudes all the time, bro. Like, find you a woman that's gonna bring you some peace. Looks is cool. Sex is cool. All of that shit is cool. But how peaceful do you feel when you walk in your house? That's the most important thing. Because but I mean, just first instinct, first off, I just want to say that's why I love that dude, man. People can say what they want to say about Kevin Gates, but he be saying some of the realest shit in the world, and people just not used to hearing blunt honesty like that. But I'm pretty sure it's a lot of dudes that's going through something similar to that, or that done thought about killing themselves, or that done thought about you know what I'm saying? Just like, man, I'm tired. Because I've been carrying so much for so long, and I don't have nobody to drop this off on. I don't have nobody to take this weight off my shoulders. Everybody around me depends on me.
Period.
So who do I go to? And a lot of men, especially black men, don't have that person to go through. We got to lean on each other for that. But even still, we don't want to lean on each other too much because I know he going through the same thing I'm going through.
Facts. And I don't want to put too much on him because he gonna start worrying about me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, bro. It's a lot that us black men we deal with, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this, to be honest with you, just looking at this generation, bro, like, it's really a lot of black people like starting to get to some, even if they ain't millionaires, 100,000aires. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of shit to carry around here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because first you didn't move you and your girl and your kids to a real nice neighborhood. And now you're 100,000 there. You might be making, you know what I'm saying, 400,000. Now you can afford to move your moms and them and all this. That's another bill. You get what I'm saying? Dog, that's a lot to deal with, bro. And then on top of that, everybody pulling at you. Then on top of that, you always got to make this money now. I got to be out here. And then when I come home, you know what I'm saying, you really not feeling like you celebrated enough? That's crazy.
Then on top of it, when the whole world beats you down, like nobody gets beat down more than a black man. Mm-hmm. We get beat down from the outside, other ethnicities. We get beat down from our woman. We get beat down from everybody. Mm-hmm. Telling us constantly what we're not doing, how we this or we that, we thugs, we immature, we deadbeats, we this, we that. It's constant beat down from everywhere. Nobody's uplifting a black man, ever.
Shit, not even our own.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when you dealing with all of that constantly, day for day, it's like, where's the reprieve? Where's the reprieve? Like, we don't get the leash to make the mistakes that other people make. Mm-hmm. Our women, other races, other men, and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, white man, black man go out there and make the same mistake. Consequences for us are going to be drastically different.
It's proven.
That is proven.
It's a fact.
Proven.
So it's like, again, it's just constant pressure. It's constant weight. And that's why I understood exactly what he was saying. When I first seen that clip, I damn near started tearing up. Mm-hmm. I was like, because I get it. I get it. I get it, man. So
I mean, but what's the solution to that? A lot of us black men are scared to go to therapy.
Yeah.
We don't find a resource to get that off our chest.
Because we feel like they wouldn't understand for the most part. So you probably need a black man. That might be the best bet.
I tell you what, I think the solution is that us just putting at the forefront of our minds to take care of each other more. Like take care of each other more. And I really mean that. And I think it was dope. I was listening to this dude named Mr. Lee be on Lapeef all the time. Older dude, man. I'm gonna put y'all on him after we get done with this. But older dude, like maybe 60, 70 something years old. But he be coming on there and just be talking about like how the black community, you know, could be built up and how we so powerful and how we constantly drop the ball because we always in competition with each other. We always bickering back and forth, whether it's with our women or with each other. But he say, you know, just one day, you know, just try this one thing. This is an actionable item. That's what we talk about, like actionable items. Mm-hmm. When you just out in public, the next black dude you see when you out, walk up to him, shake his hand, say, "Hey, man," you know what I'm saying? I can't remember exactly what he told him to say. It's like have a good day, bro, or hold your head up, bro. Mm-hmm. He say just try doing that one time a day. You be surprised the effect that one 5-second interaction has on that man. Or even if it's not hold your head, it's, "Hey, bro, good. Hey, bro, it's good to see you, man." Or, you know, "Hey, man, take care, bro." Little things, just like what Kevin Gates said. That little interaction, that 5-minute conversation with that dude stopped him from taking his life. Mm-hmm. That lets you know how uncommon it is for a black man to get encouragement or praise. That one thing stopped him. "Hey, man, I love you. I love what you're doing. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate your music, man. Your music saving people out here. Keep it up." He didn't even know what that man was thinking. Man about to go home and blow his brains out. But just that one interaction, and that's all we be needing, bro. But when we be outside, it really feel like we in competition with each other. If we at the club, we competing. "Oh, who these niggas not sexing? Who is next to us? Who are these niggas?" It's always that. It's never just, "Hey, man, it's love, bro. Hey, bro, it's good to see you." With a stranger. Mm-hmm. We got to kind of be on guard first. Hold on. Let me see what type of time they on real quick. And then eventually, like, somebody will fold or somebody may speaker. "Hey, bro, not nice shoes," or something. And that right there open up a 30-minute conversation. Mm-hmm. But y'all was mean mugging each other 2 hours straight before he complimented your shoes. Now that's your best friend down there.
Well, that nigga barely bump you in the packed ass club. Now he want to fight.
Right.
Over nothing.
Because you shouldn't have touched me.
It's a packed club.
But I mean, we just so on guard, bro.
Yeah.
And so, just to answer Kenny's question, I think we just got to make it a priority to just show each other love more, bro. Like if you see somebody out moving and shaking, doing something positive, send them a DM. "Hey, bro, keep it up, bro. Love what you doing." You know what I'm saying? Just that little stuff like that. That we may be thinking, but we don't say it.
Side. We got too much pride and ego. We got to put that to the side.
Because I don't want this nigga looking at me like a lame.
I don't know if he gonna do that. I don't know if men are gonna do that, bro.
Right.
We should, but I don't know if they gonna do it.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just tired of banding together only when it's a tragedy. One of us die or something. Then it's like we all come together for that.
That's why I don't go to funerals. Too many fake people in them.
But when you see what happens when you get people that come together and make. When we was in Dallas making content with people, you see the effect that have.
It's powerful, man.
You know what I'm saying? When you got all these artists and musicians and movies, you put powerful, big people together, man, you're going to make something shake. So we definitely got to start doing that way more often.
And it's just on energy alone, and that's what was so dope about that. And we all was thinking the same thing, and we all was saying the same thing, like, bro, it just feels good. Mm-hmm. None of us knew each other before today, but we in here talking like we've been knowing each other for 20 years. It's just good energy. Nobody's jealous. Nobody's envious. Everybody got their platforms. Everybody's at different levels. We just building with no ego. I need to talk more. Problem. I need to lead this. Hey, I need to.
That's the problem. Like, somebody get here and then they feel like, "Oh, I'm not helping nobody else."
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
It's constant competition.
It's enough love and money on the table for everybody, all us to eat, bro.
For all us to eat.
For everybody.
So yeah, that would be my immediate thing. But I also agree with the therapy aspect. We gotta make that cool. Because it's been taboo. Again, it goes back to the mental program and I was talking about earlier. Like, we just been raised to think that taboo is just a negative thing. It's just, that therapy is a negative thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, like some people, especially in other races, they go to therapy just for maintenance. I ain't even going through nothing, but I'm just going to talk to my therapist for maintenance, to make sure that I don't go through nothing, or just have somebody that's unbiased that I can talk to, somebody that's not depending on me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all we be needing. But, because again, we got people around us that'll like listen to us, but in our head, we know you don't really get it. Like, you just saying nice things, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the nice things you're saying, but you don't really get it.
So one more thing to add about the collaboration too, I think people also, like the ones coming up, got to understand the big fish. You can't always catch the big fish off the rip. Sometimes you got to catch the little fish, get in the groove. But I'm saying that to say, like, similar content creators, if you, for example, if you're a rapper, content creator, whatever, link up with some people that's similar to your level. Don't reach out to these people that got 1 million followers, 500,000 followers. More than likely, you're not going to get that response, and now you're discouraged. Get somebody that's closer to your level, and then link up with them, let them reach out.
You know what I'm saying? They chumps and hoe ass.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, then you want to lose respect for them. They busy. They're busy. They're at the top of the totem pole for a reason. So let them reach out to you. Then you can start working and finessing and moving how you move. But don't just automatically shoot big shots all the time, and then you get discouraged and get mad and then want to look at them different. Them people have lives. They busy. So just understand that too.
Yeah, that's real, man. Let's get into quick hits. Okay, we often talk about like women choosing the wrong type of men, giving the wrong type of men attention, rewarding the wrong type of men. Let's get into the type of men that women should actually be targeting. Want to go down the line and like give me the main feature. Like, got him, put it in dummy terms, like walk them through it. What's one feature that every man that you interact with, not just dating seriously, not just want to marry, every man that you interact with should have? If you had to give a woman the what they call that, something for dummies, finding a boyfriend for dummies, finding a man for dummies. If you had to put it in those basic terms, what's one trait that man should have? Every man that you interact with should have.
Man that she wants to take serious?
Yes.
Every opposite trait of mine.
I mean, hey, he's honest, man. He's honest.
That's a good trait. Honesty. Honesty or discipline. I say honesty or discipline, one or the other. But honesty, probably, I would say that. And you know when somebody's honest. It might be blunt, but it's straight to the point right then and there. This is exactly what it is, I guess. So.
And just because it's blunt don't mean it's rude. That's another thing. That makes men scared to be honest. That makes us feel like we gotta put some cut on the dope. Because if I give it to you raw, now you villainizing me.
Cut on the jaw.
You know what I mean?
I had to step on it a couple times.
I had to tap that because you mad at me because I done told you something bluntly real. You didn't want to hear it, and now you feel like I'm attacking you. I'm not attacking you. I'm not being rude. This is just real. It's reality. You ask me a question, I give you a straight answer. Stop asking for questions you don't want to know the answer to. But that's neither here nor there. Kenny, that's a good one. Honesty. Y'all boys have anything to add to that?
That's number one. And then thoughtfulness. Thoughtfulness and mindfulness. Shit, that's self-awareness type. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you need that in a person. Because if you want to have a conversation, like Kenny say, you being honest with them, if they can't be honest with themselves, it's pointless having a conversation.
Right.
Because you'll never go anywhere. You'll always be talking to a brick wall.
I would say the number one trait a woman should look for in a man is someone that respects all women. You get what I'm saying? Like he carries himself in that way. Like, hey, you know, I'm gonna treat you. You know what I'm saying? The same way as far as every woman I'm ever gonna run into. I'm never gonna call you out your name. I'm never gonna disrespect. When you with me, it's always comfortable. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what you
comfortable
need to be looking for.
Good one.
You get what I'm saying?
Let's get comfortable.
Yeah, that's what she should be looking for. Because you don't have to worry about that man putting his hands on you, mentally abusing you. None of that. You ain't got to worry about none of that with him. You get what I'm saying? Because he's always going to have that respect level. Like, hey, I always just respect women no matter what the hell they do. I'm just, even if I got to walk away from it, it's going to be a respectable way.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what you need to be looking for. Because you also look, if you're looking at a man for that, you're also looking at a man to raise your kids. And if you have a daughter, she needs to look at a real man. That's what a real man quality is. That's a great quality a real man has.
Yep.
Respecting her. You get what I'm saying? Because when she get out here, she gonna understand I need that quality. That's above all. Then we can start going down the ladder. So I would say that.
Hell of an answer. I say discipline. That's the number one thing for me. Like does he prioritize things that need to be done over things that he wants to do? And that's in every aspect of life. Like we all wake up every day and do things that we don't want to do necessarily, but we know it's necessary.
I hate paying bills, boy.
Hate going to work. Hate paying bills. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a man that's able to maintain that type of discipline, maintain that type of structure, if he goes to the gym, he there every week. You know what I'm saying? He taking care of his kids. Even if he not with the baby moms, he taking care of his kids. He doing his part. He ain't never slacking. If his day is Saturday, he got the kids every Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Discipline, like stands on his word. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm promising you this is gonna happen. I'm a man of my word. This is how my life is structured. And it doesn't change. I don't bend based on, I just, I just feel like you don't necessarily give a damn about feelings. Feel what needs to be done. Is he capable of doing that consistently? I think that should be one of the main keys, because there's a lot of dudes out here that y'all find attractive that have zero discipline. Mm-hmm. They may know how to get money, but they undisciplined in every other aspect. They got 10 kids by 10 different women that they ain't taking care of, or they, terrible to women, just like Smooth was saying, or they be lying when it's convenient for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and again, not thoughtful, not considerate at all in regards to you. I'm getting what I want out this situation, and I'm moving around. Those are a lot of the men that y'all spend energy on. So, just take it back. I think discipline is very key, man. Very key. Mm-hmm. Does he prioritize what needs to be done over what he feels like doing? Next question.
I don't know how Krew season hates women this time.
You know how they do.
You know it's coming.
I seen a message like that we got.
Look here, man. It's all good. For the next one, I'm just going to flip that same question in reverse. As a man, what type of woman should a man be? If you had to pick one trait in a woman that every man should be, gravitating to. We know what a lot of men gravitate to toxic women, just like the opposite way around. We're going to be honest, because he's fine or whatever the case may be. I'm just going to deal with whatever comes with that. What type of woman should a man be gravitating to? Give me one trait.
I'm going to, my number one trait is you being able to take care of yourself, but know that you still need a man to handle yourself, to handle you. You know what I'm saying? Not to handle you like as far as like your attitude, but like I need structure in my life and all this type of shit here. I need a man to lead me to where I gotta be, but I can also take care of myself. Like that's my number one goal with you. You know what I'm saying? Because if I got kids with you and all these type of things, or something happened to me and you can't take care of yourself, like come on, bro.
Yeah.
My kid's gonna grow up terrible and all this shit. You going back to hell and all that. We can't do all that. I ain't with all that. So I'd rather look at a woman like my wife and know you can take care of yourself without me anytime, any day. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look for. That was my number one goal.
Self-sufficiency. Yeah, that's big. Mine would be attention to detail. How much attention to detail is that woman paying you? Not because it's beneficial to her, not because you got money and she want to get a piece of that, not because you popular so you're going to look good on social media, not because of that. How much attention is she paying to you? The things that you value, the things that you like. Mm-hmm. A lot of women do not pay a lot of attention to men, and we speak about that often. But again, I'm trying to hammer it into their heads as much as I possibly can. Like as a man, we got to stop just taking things to the chin. Oh, that's just, I'm a man. I ain't tripping on that little stuff. Yeah, we are. We are. Because it means something when a woman is really paying attention to detail, when a woman knows everything about us, when a woman knows us better than we know ourselves. That means more than a woman that's just fine. Now, don't get me wrong. We're gonna smash both. But one of them are going to stay longer than the other one because she pays attention to detail. She actually gives a damn about me. And things about me, again, like I say all the time, things about me that she doesn't necessarily benefit directly from. She pays attention to everything about me. So I feel like that, paying attention to detail, that should be close to the top of the totem pole.
KT?
Nigga, you next.
That's because you don't know. I'm going to go with
a quality in a woman that a man should be looking for. Like, that's
it's crazy that both the married men had their stuff down right off the rip.
I got one.
No, let that joke ride, Kenny. Don't try to step on that joke. Let that joke ride.
I mean, I've said different ones because a lot of mine are important to me. Shit, because B kind of got pretty much.
Man, I'm gonna say she gotta be.
I should go first.
She gotta be hold herself accountable, dog.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one.
My big one.
That's a big one.
You could have been with. Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate now?
Yes, that's elaborate. When she knows she's wrong, she's able to come to the table and say, "Hey, look here, I am sorry. I didn't do this like I was supposed to. Not trying to beat me down for not doing what she was supposed to, but can hold herself accountable. I don't have to bring it up when she was wrong. If I have to bring it up to you when you were wrong, it's not going to work out.
That's real.
You need to be able to sit there and hold yourself accountable.
I would just say cooperation. Me and you getting along together. We're a team. It's you and I, not just you and just me.
That's a good one.
We are doing this together.
Yeah.
So, and it's small things. Let's say like we have a house, we clean up together. Like if I see you in the kitchen, I'm gonna take the trash out. I'm gonna do like, take the big boxes. I'm gonna start, it's small stuff like that. When you see a woman doing something, you should go ahead and, hop in and start helping out, and vice versa. If your man is doing something, hey baby, you need some help. You need some. I'm outside mowing the lawn or something. Baby, you need some water. You need a towel.
I need you to get your ass out here and start doing this flower bed.
that too. Baby can't take care of the flower bed. Stuff like that. All right, let's knock this out together. It's cooperation. That's huge with me, and we can't do that. Nope.
No, old saying some real, because it's nothing that'll make me madder than if I'm safe as I get up and I'm cleaning up the crib. And she just laying there not doing a goddamn
up on
thing.
the couch,
I'm pissed off.
She came
the whole time.
Hey, damn, baby, you missed that toy over there, baby.
Now you start cleaning up more because you mad. You start wiping down the windows for no reason. Baseball.
But that's real. So what we're old talking about? Dog.
Got the vacuum cleaner on the ceiling.
And the thing is, it's a lot of women.
Ceiling fan, everything.
Bro, it's a lot of women that'll do that, bro. Or sit there and watch you cleaning up and don't even offer.
I think it's from both sides.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
Especially, the best thing I say is, especially when somebody's cooking.
Yeah.
You should at least get there and start cleaning whatever dishes she's not using. Whenever food's done cooking, you should be cleaning up the kitchen. Goddamn. I agree. And vice versa.
Even though I clean while I'm cooking because I don't like dishes in the sink. But I mean regularly.
Yeah, but still, if you like to clean when you cook, okay, get your ass in there whenever hey, you done this, okay, I'll clean it for you. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Still do what you're doing.
Let me give y'all ladies one more tip before we move on, right? Your man is not to eat on a fucking what that is, a plastic plate, whatever that shit is, a throwaway plate, unless he says, babe, just put it on throwaway. You get what I'm saying? Otherwise, you always make your man plate on a regular plate. So you can give everybody else in the house a throwaway plate, but your man, your husband, goes on a regular plate. He is the man of the house.
Good shit.
You get what I'm saying? Unless he tells you, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? Because when you do it the first time, he going to be looking at you like, you know what I'm saying? And that second time, he may just be like, hey, just put me on a throwaway plate. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But let that be his option, not your option.
Shit, I'm happy she made my plate, goddammit. I'm happy she cooked. First of all.
Damn, that's the bottom.
You made my plate? Shit.
We looking at that, that's the bottom. Damn.
Man, we gotta start somewhere because most of you women don't know how to cook anyway. What? I'm just being honest. They didn't Uber lifted the goddamn.
That's real.
Goddamn Uber Eats. They didn't done all that.
They try to set it up like they did it.
Nah, but what Smooth saying is real because I actually think it's a microcosm to a mindset. Your man needs special treatment. I need don't treat me the way you treat everybody else.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like if there's a lot of people in the room, I need a little more attention. I need a little special, deference paid to me. And that plate example is a great, you know what I'm saying? You got everybody eating on the same plate. First off.
And that's minute. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's real minute.
That's what I'm saying. But it can be used in so many different areas, bro. So prioritize that man. Prop that man up. That man is priority. That's your husband. That's the leader of your household.
Boosts his ego.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're right. And as a man, you should do the same thing in reverse.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And that's just little things. You know what I'm saying? That's so little. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really going out your way. You already in the kitchen. Yeah. Just open the cabinet up, get a regular plate for your man.
Real rap. Yeah, hell of a quick hits, man. Like that
relationships.
One. Advice column, we here. Let's go.
Cause brunch is calling my name.
My name.
No, you ain't into no.
Boy, you better watch that.
I can't. My vocals, my tracheology it's not working. I had a little bit too much hookah smoke.
Hookah smoke got you.
I think I got a little too much hookah smoke. All right, man. First one, this from Chauncey Davis. My boy came back to redeem himself. Patreon member. Let me hear you. Come on, now, I got you.
That was typing in hieroglyphics.
Boy came to redeem himself. He say, "What's up, crew? I love the video y'all been posting. Keep up the work." He said, "I had to rewrite my advice column. I felt so embarrassed. Y'all were reading it." He said, "I'm sorry." So let me tell a story. I've been going crazy in college my last semester. I found my journey to look for an academic organization. I mean, the organization's man initiative. When I say that organization is good, been seeing things like, wow, doors starting to open. So I've been in my bag making good grades. I'm talking to people, etc. And organizations give me books to read to be the best version of myself. It's called Lessons That I Learned from My Father and Brother, The Power of Mentoring. One day I was invited to homecoming week at King or Queen for TSU president. I had a blast. I felt like I was a king. So I make a 360 video on campus with a fly suit, throwing $100 bills. Say on his Instagram. He say having 100 views to 4,000 views on TSU's campus. A couple days later, people saw me as this positive leader. People started to see envy, jealousy, like trying to be all up in my business. You know, I guess they was hating on me. He said I've been an outstanding guy. People looking at me like, who is this person? Starting to see the leverage. He said I'm not even going to lie, I love it. Getting a taste of that. The last post on February 28th, 2021, I started to see what Kenny was talking about. Your roster will build on its own, meaning being the best version of yourself. Like have a car, working out, making good money, increasing your confidence, going to the gym, making crazy gains, reading books, having knowledge and wisdom, and improving my social status. I just learned how to save and spend money, buy clothes and shoes, having charisma, and loving myself at the age of 21. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for telling me the truth about the game as a young man. So I have 3 questions. I just finished reading these 2 books. And you say number 1 is The Way of the Superior Man, which is a very, very important book. If y'all ain't read that book, man, tap into that. He said it's an important spiritual guide to mastering the challenges of women, work, and sexual desire. Number 2, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Yeah, that's
Shahrazad Ali. I still got to order that.
Shahrazad Ali. Damn, that's hard to say that name. He said in there's a chapter about adulthood when people are single. Talks about having this mindset of having a story to tell. Like have this toxicity mindset of your videos, talking about toxicity at a young age and love destruction. He said, I've been seeing it as I was 18, 19 years old, seen it in college. A lot of women are hot and wild. He said, it's crazy and bad to the point where I feel like I'm 18, 19 years old. He said, my question is this. Should I finesse their ass or leave them alone? Much love. So essentially he's saying a bunch of the women that he's running across is very toxic in college. And he's building himself. He's elevating himself at a rapid pace. So his question is, should he entertain them at all? Even if it's just to smash and dip up out of there, or should he just set those chicks aside and go find a chick, you know, with some more value? Or should he even be looking to settle down that early?
Definitely should be looking to settle down right now.
You say shouldn't?
I would want him to, but
I said many
it's not safe. It's not safe outside right now.
If you meet you a good woman, don't miss your opportunity.
Unless she good, right? Unless she real good, like she really has to stand out.
Yeah, she really got to stand out.
Because in that window, like that 21, the 26, 27, a lot of women change during that time frame. So they either super serious off the bat early, or they outside doing their hot girl summer, they city girl stuff. Like that's what they own right now. That's just what it is. So you can be as good as man as you want to, but she gonna want to go out. She gonna want to be with her friends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, things like that. So you got to take that into consideration. Is that what you want? But I would say you need to chill out. Just
see, but to the toxic girl, boy, you need to just say you part of the sleeves, baby. You know what time it is with them. use what you can, finesse your leverage.
Target practice.
You get what I'm saying? Make them buy you stuff. It's 2022, boy. If she ain't buying you nothing, she ain't worthy of that thing.
Just don't spend too much time. Like let it be on your free time. Like if you going to the gym still, let it be when you're going, after that. You hanging out with your boys. Like it should be after all that's done. Still take care of everything else you need to take care of. Then, set
she the fourth option in your life. She'll chase after you.
But you have to.
Yeah.
That's just being real. You have to put your priorities first.
She'll chase after you. You treat her like she's not even standing there.
He in school. What? Yes.
Yeah.
Let her come over real quick. Hey, I got to study.
So the price of the thing is up.
I got to study.
You gonna spend it on me.
Price of the thing is up. That's funny.
I got to study.
Can you tell how should that man be moving in regards to these women, man?
Kenny gonna say.
Fuck them all.
In regards to these women.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm definitely not gonna say that.
So he got his money up. He getting everything.
You know this woman is toxic to your life. That's like going to get Taco Bell. It might taste good for that instant. Later on,
that bubbly.
That bubbly. You feel like you're dying. Why would I want to go eat that again? I'm not gonna do it. If you know that woman is toxic, do not deal with it. You're already at the a high point in your life where you're confident, you're comfortable, you're feeling great, you love yourself. Mm-hmm. Don't let that little bit of this fame or whatever, the more hype or popularity come in and change the way you move about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Real. That's real.
I don't want that to see that for you. I want you to keep doing what you're doing just to improve yourself, not because you're getting more women or all this other stuff, So, you just pick and choose who you tend to entertain. But if you know that woman is toxic, I would not entertain it. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. Mm-mm. And I'm the biggest goddamn entertaining motherfucker.
The most entertaining, toxic thing you ever go
meet. Side on this.
Definition.
Big warning, wrapped up.
I'm not toxic. I'm just
he wrapped in the yellow tape.
You know what I'm saying? I like enjoying my time and going out on dates and stuff. But if I know that woman is toxic, it's not something I'm gonna entertain. I'm not gonna deal with.
Yeah, I agree. I would say just make it easy on yourself, bro. Like everything is going the right way. Don't derail it over that. You know what I'm saying? You should damn near be looking at these women like they're invisible. Because the right woman is gonna make herself known. It's gonna make herself. You know what I'm saying? She's going to put herself in your path to where you don't have a choice but to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? But rest of these chicks, bro, they just anger on us. You done had your little social media viral moment, and now they trying to see what's up. That's what you was talking about, the envy, the jealousy, you seeing the hate from dudes or whatever. And that's going to come. That comes with leveling up. But you got to, it's like we spoke about discipline before. Like you got to stand on your square. Prioritize what's important. Prioritize necessities. Then women is going to be there, bro. Now they're going to be there. Now they're going to be there 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It's going to always be some chicks that you can just use for target practice.
You know what I'm saying?
But don't derail the mission.
That's a laying on the street.
That's crazy, dog. But yeah, so that would be it, man. Shout out to Chauncey, gang. We appreciate you redeeming yourself. That was much better.
That's real.
Much better.
All right, this next one, Marquis, Patreon member.
It's cracking, Marquis, man.
Say what's up, fam. Just want to say first, I love what y'all doing. He said I recommend y'all to everyone. I know going through relationship problems and etc. He say keep doing what y'all doing. So my question is, I've been getting a lot of backlash for not wanting to date women with kids because I don't have any of mine. He said I'm 25 years old, own place, car, good job, city job. Oh, he got good benefits too. Mm-hmm. Should I be open to dating women with kids? No anonymous shit either.
Look, let me tell you that, bro. If you date a chick with kids, bro, she gotta value you more than she value that kid. Not love you more. Not love you more. You gotta value him more. You get what I'm saying? Because that's totally different. She definitely has to love her kid more.
For sure.
But value, that kid cannot do nothing for you. Right? Because when I step into this, I gotta do everything for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I am expected to provide. I'm expected to put food on this table, keep this roof over our heads. This kid can't do that for you. So why would you value your kid over me? You know what I'm saying? Why would you put your kid over me? You just can't do that. You get what I'm saying? And a real woman will recognize that. She'll know how to separate the two. Yeah, I love my kid over you, but as far as valuing my man, like I understand what comes first in this. You get what I'm saying? So if you choose to date a woman with some kids, bro, like that's what you need to be looking for. I value you more than my child, but I don't love you more than my child. Not at this moment. Y'all not married and all that type of stuff. So that's how it got to be if you date a woman with kids, in my opinion.
So basically, just let him lead.
Yes.
Let him play his role in a relationship. Basically.
Yeah. That's basically what it is. But a lot of women will put their kid above that.
I agree with that. Because I've had this conversation so many times, and it just never made sense with most of the women that you run across with kids. It's like they'll say they don't want you to be a father figure.
Cap.
Yes, you do.
You know what I'm saying?
I am taking on this. If I'm dating you and taking you serious, I am taking on that role. And what's scary is, especially if you don't have no kids, you don't know how to raise no kids. I didn't put time in changing the diapers and going through the pregnancy and all those little steps up and before. Now you got this big kid, maybe 7 years old, who understands what's going around him.
Even if he's 5,
but he understands what's going on around him. So it's like I gotta shift my whole life to be a role model for that kid and to be a solid person for you, which he should. But that's pressure for a dude that don't know what the hell going on.
Yeah. So if I'm him and I'm stepping into that type of situation, like, baby, this is what I need from you. I need you to value me more. You know what I'm saying? Because if you value me more, you're gonna treat me on the highest pecking order. You get what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta love me more off the rip. Just value me more.
That's not my first preference, but I would. Ain't nothing wrong with it, because you have a lot of good single mothers out there, and they were just in messed up situations that they may have made mistakes when they was younger or whatever. So now you're dealing with those consequences. It happens because men in those same positions, but it just seems like it's easier. First off, men want to start their own family. Let's just get that out. That's the main reason why a man, for the most part, doesn't want to have kids with a woman who has kids.
A good man,
because he just wants to start it from scratch. That's all. And with that, it's a lot that comes with it. We got to think about how is the man. He could be super irresponsible. He got 6, 7, 8 kids, and my kid's just one of those. And you got 3, 4 other baby mamas. That's a lot of siblings that he have, and a lot of connections with all those people because of one irresponsible man. So that's things like that men really have to take into consideration when dating a woman like that.
But what I also tell you, I'm gonna let y'all go real quick. What I will also tell you as the dean, right? Man, stand on your motherfucking square, boy. If you don't want to date no woman with a kid, you got a kid, get out of here.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. That's my preference. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't downing you because you got a kid. I'm just telling you my preference. I don't date women with kids. So if that's your preference, bro, don't let them shame you into stepping out your preference.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I would tell you too.
Kenny T, good job. 25 years old, own place, own car. Should he entertain a woman with kids? He says he's feeling a bit of pressure. What advice would you give him?
He don't want to deal with a woman with kids. Don't do it.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. Don't do it. I'm not. No, I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it. I don't want to go.
I ain't going.
Going over there, a kid hitting you with toys and shit.
I'm just not doing it. I mean, it don't matter. It's not your preference. Don't do it. Simple.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna force me to do anything.
They want a man to make X amount of money. A man don't want to have one with a kid. I mean, same thing.
Yeah. My take on it again, like the number one thing you should be considering, right? Like, is how structured is the environment without me there? I feel like that's important.
Yeah,
like,
no Section 8 babies.
Right. So it's like how, like when I come into this, because a lot of women make this mistake, right? Like they'll, start talking to a dude, and I'm immediately expected to step in and be daddy immediately. I'm just getting thrown all this responsibility in my lap. And it's just like, wait a minute, this is moving too fast for me. But as a man, you don't say that because you want to be the man. So, okay, I'm going to do what's necessary, because I like her or whatever. But I feel like when you come into a situation with structure, that ain't the case. Like, she can kind of ease the kid on you gradually. It's not a dump all the responsibility on my lap and save us type of thing. She has structure. The kid is, with the dad 2 days a week, whatever, or, the kid get out of school 5 o'clock, daycare, he here, grandma get him on these days, It's a structure there. So it's like, okay, cool. So now we can go those first, in my opinion, I think you should meet a woman kids for 3 to 6 months, in my opinion. 6 months really, if I had to pick a time, but 3 to 6 months, something like that. I shouldn't even be introduced. I shouldn't even meet your kid. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of structure that I'm talking about. It's not a toxic environment. The baby daddy, he cordial. He understand what what's going on. Hey, man, so me and her not together. We ain't got nothing going. Whatever the case may be, we just gonna handle our responsibilities. It's structure. It's no toxicity. It's no drama. It's no arguing. It's no laws got to be called on the exchanges, or him still trying to text and get back, or none of that. Like, very structured. If it's that type of situation, then I would say it's cool to entertain
and see where it goes. Yeah.
And see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like Kenny said, at the end of the day, if you're not comfortable with that, none of that's gonna matter.
Yep.
It's like, I don't want to be here anyway. And if you feel like you gotta force it, that's not what you should be doing. Because fact is, when you come into that situation, you're gonna be third priority.
Yep.
Immediately.
Goes back
So
to value.
yeah, so you know what I'm saying? You gotta, that's something that you gotta accept. That's part of the game. And a lot of people are not willing to accept that, whether they admit it or not, another conversation. But they're not willing to accept coming in there and being third priority. And that's what you are. So, again, those are the decisions that you should be weighing. But if after you factor in everything that we just said, and it still feel like, I don't know, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
You shouldn't be doing it. So, good question. Next one, Janelle, Patreon member. Well, we're not gonna be able to answer Janelle's. She won't be anonymous. Well, we got to catch you on the next one, man. Or two episodes down or something. We're gonna make sure we keep your anonymity. All right, this is from Ali, Patreon member. All right, he said, "What's up, family? You see the name. This time around, I'm getting that $20 worth." Say, my question is this. Have you ever, as a man, cried silently to yourself? And I ask this because your boy not doing too hot. In fact, I'm downright depressed as shit. Since the last talk that went down with my old man months ago, his side, I thought I'd feel better knowing now that he really wasn't shit and could move on with my life after getting that pent-up negativity of 20 years off my chest by me seeing him for what he really was. But that's not the case. I don't know why this is still affecting me. All my life I was told by outside parties my dad wasn't shit, excluding my mother, because she never said anything bad about him, just that he loved us in his own special way, besides how he treated me like shit and played favorites. But I guess hearing it from the horse's mouth, really seeing it now hurts me more than hearing it growing up by family members, because in a way I was still innocent to my biological father's actions and not really understanding it as a child. I've tried to go multiple therapy sessions and that shit didn't work, just wasted $350 for nothing. Didn't even feel comfortable expressing that trauma to that lady anyway. I don't know how to get over this. For once, my ass is speechless and don't have an answer. And the crazy part is, it's not a bone in my body that makes me want to hate him, but I just feel empty. And I don't know why. I low-key understand why kids be wanting their biological, even after step parents been there their whole life, because I'm one of them. I love my stepdad to death, would do anything to help him. He showed me what a man looks like and how to treat a woman by giving me and my brothers a great example on that, and taught us many things growing up. Might have not been emotionally intelligent or was there often because he worked 2 jobs to provide for us. But even after all that, my stepdad's done for me, I still want to be accepted by that fucker that helped create me, even though he doesn't want me. And I'm just lost and I'm hurt. Damn. Thoughts?
Damn.
Might be the first time everybody been speechless.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to answer the question because I'm not a therapist.
Right.
Yeah. When you went to a therapist, but you didn't feel comfortable opening up to a therapist.
Yeah.
I think you missed the opportunity to open up. Or maybe you should have found the right therapist first.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That you were comfortable opening up to. You can't just say I went to a therapist, but you picked the one that you weren't comfortable being around. Just like, you can confide to us. We've only met you one time. Mm-hmm. I think you have to be open with yourself about that too. But also in the meantime, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to answer because I'm not going through that with my father. But I know loving yourself, and if you understand that, hey, this is where you sit at in your life. You've already made it this 20 years without him. And you found love from another father figure who wasn't your biological father, but, just because you're his seed doesn't make you his, if it makes sense.
I just hate that he's making it like him himself owes something to his dad. Like I hate that he's making it like that. Like you don't owe him nothing, bro. Nothing. He chose you. You get what I'm saying? So if he choose not to be there, bro, and you go on to be successful and all that, bro, or whatever you gonna do with your life, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shouldn't affect you. None of that should affect you, bro. Because you don't owe him nothing. He owe you.
No.
He owe you everything.
But still, he growing up.
But he had a man step in and do what he was supposed to do.
But it ain't his biological father.
I feel you.
So that's,
and I hear you.
That's just like, for example, just like the girl that had that stepdaddy come in now, but she wanted the real dad to walk her down the aisle.
Yeah, but
it's something
he
about
could
that
have been in my
biological
position to have a shitty stepdaddy. Shitty.
But it's still
like I don't even let the nigga talk to me type shit.
But he didn't bring him into the world.
You get what I'm saying?
Technically, he didn't bring him into the world. Technically, he just shot him beside somebody else.
You know what I'm saying? Me and my pop say we got a relationship, but it ain't no father-son relationship. We don't talk about daddy-son stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't talk about how should I, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I had questions about marriage or questions about raising my child, I don't talk to my papa about that because there's nothing you can tell me. You ain't showing me them type of skills. You get what I'm saying? And I don't hold that against you. It's just we won't have them conversations ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to look at it.
But you still got a relationship, though. That's your biological father, and you still have a relationship.
Yeah, but I could hold resentment and say, damn, you wasn't there, and not ever speak to him. That it is on me.
It is.
That's real.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But
that's real.
Got a lot of time that's lost.
So for him, I had a lot of time lost with my pop. My pop lived in Opelousas, Louisiana, and Lafayette. I had a lot of time lost with my pop. And then when I did go out there, he worked so much, we would be with my 80s a lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For real, we may have spent, if we was out there the whole summer, we may have spent a week with my pop.
I mean, what is the real question? What do you want? What do you want from your biological father?
You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
He's like he's trying to find that emptiness. He's trying to
acceptance.
Acceptance. So
that's what he wants.
Then I would ask myself, once he accepts me, how does that benefit me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, no, he owe you, bro. So
what growth do I get from that?
Exactly, you get nothing. You get nothing, bro.
I mean, maybe he does. I just want him to answer that question for himself. Like, okay, what am I looking for from him? Okay, if I got this, what kind of benefit would that do for me now?
So you got to put it on your level, bro. Like, you got to, whatever level you want to deal with your poppy in, bro, that's the level you got to put it on for yourself.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
You get what I'm saying?
Do that, bro.
But as far as like forcing him to do something that you want him to do because he wasn't there, that's not going to happen. That's not going to ever happen because you can't control how he treats you. You get what I'm saying? Only thing you can control is your side of the table and how y'all going to function. So if y'all never speak, then y'all never speak. You control that. If you hit him up on his birthday or Christmas and all this type of shit, hey, just speaking, you know what I'm saying? Then you control the narrative on how you speaking to this person. You get what I'm saying? So don't let your pops control you mentally. Because he's controlling you mentally right now. You get what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, you controlling yourself because you're thinking so much on being accepted. Man, you had another man step in, bro, and do his job, do what he was supposed to do, show you the way, show you how to be a man. You get what I'm saying? Show you how to step a certain way, walk a certain way, talk a certain way. You get what I'm saying? I'd have loved to got that from a man. You get what I'm saying? I was looking at my partner's families for that. I ain't had no man close to me to show me none of that. For you to have a man close to you to show you all that, you should be giving this man everything. You get what I'm saying? Because he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think one thing that you're going to have to grow to understand, because you're kind of young right now, is that your peace cannot be dependent on other people. Mm-mm. Even the people that's supposed to love you the most in this world. Fact is that people are going to do what they're going to do, bro. And I understand it. We all want to be accepted, especially by the people that we love most in this world. There's nothing that we take value in or pride in more than pleasing our parents, making them happy, even if they could be the worst person in the world. But because that's your parent, that's my mama, that's my daddy, like just seeing them happy or seeing them proud of me just lands differently. It just always does. compared to it could be a stepdad situation just like yours, where the dude was there every day. And he stepped up, did what a grown man was supposed to do. Now, technically, you should be like, okay, I respect that. I had the guidance, whatever the case may be. But it's like O was saying, it's nothing like that yearning, that kids have for their parents, their immediate parents. Because in the back of their head, it's an acceptance thing. You feel rejected. We get rejected so much in this world regularly, but a rejection from the person that had you, the person that's supposed to love you the most, it just cuts differently. But as you get older, you got to understand and accept the fact that true peace can only be found within yourself. Even if he does accept you and y'all have a great relationship, he's not going to be here forever. Or the parent is not going to be there forever. So then what's left? Because so much of your happiness is tied to this person's, how this person moves. And it's a lot of people that grew up in households like that. The parent might not have been, absent or whatever the case may be, but it was just a toxic environment. But all your life you've been just taught to, okay, I just please this parent. I want to make this parent happy. Even at your own detriment. Making decisions that if you had to make on your own, you wouldn't even made that decision. But because I know that my parent is going to like this, I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to suffer through it just to make them happy. But fact is that's like running on a mouse wheel. Like you will never be happy. You will get temporary pieces of, satisfaction from seeing them pleased. But right after that is pressure. Okay, on to the next thing to try to please them, try to please them, try to please them. Ain't nothing ever good enough. And it's not going to be good enough. Until you accept the fact that I can only be happy by finding that in my inner self. And it sounds to me like you have not found that in your inner self. So that's where my focus will be.
How old is he?
Probably like 25 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, again, just like Kenny said, you might have picked the wrong therapist, whatever the case may be. I wouldn't just give up on therapy that fast, for one. I would say try somebody else. And when you get in there, open up to them.
It sounded like you had a good life, bro. It sounded like that man that stepped in and did what he was supposed to do gave you a good life, bro.
But see, the thing is, because if I remember right, Ali said that his pops was there distantly, but he would always treat his brother better than he would treat him. He would always belittle him and like prop his brother up, so much so like trying to play them against each other.
Yeah.
So it was like a mentally abusive thing. So even though he was, he had that step in father that was doing this thing or whatever the case may be, every time he went to go see his real pops, he getting beat down. He getting compared to his brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a psychological thing. What that does to kids, again, because it's nothing that we take more pride in than pleasing our parents, that's going to make you fight harder to try to please them.
Resistance to the other one.
You know what I'm saying?
Resentment to the other kid.
But, and I get it, bro. I understand. Trust me. But as you get older and you start to have a family of your own, you start to realize their approval is not that important. And it shouldn't be. That's not going to rule my life. It's not going to dictate my life. They will not be here forever, bro. And you got to be a man for your family. You can't be walking around letting that stuff eat you up. Now you treating your kid bad subconsciously, even though your intention was to get in my new family or my new relationship and break that cycle. But because you allowing it to do so much damage to you, you're going to do the same thing to your kid subconsciously.
I'm big on making myself happy, big on goddamn me doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as the people that surround me, like my wife and my son, for real, is good, I am happy. Like every other opinion out there.
Right.
I care less who you is. As long as them two are happy, I am great.
But more important, not to even cut you off, them two aside. When you look in the mirror, you happy with what you see, first and foremost.
I say that all the time.
So that's what he got to find. Because if you don't find that,
if you never at peace with yourself, bro,
it's over, bro.
Be toe down. Like you can't help nobody else, nothing. You'll be nothing for a relationship.
That's real. So yeah, that would be my advice. Try another therapist, and for two, you need to figure out what it is that makes you be at peace.
Yeah, what makes you go?
Like literally, write a list of things, maybe 5 to 10 things that make you peaceful. That's not dependent on somebody else around you.
Exactly.
That should be the first step. But
yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Maybe a male therapist, like maybe he'll be able to relate more to you. Maybe you'll feel more comfortable with that. A black male
it's gonna have to be a male. It's gonna have to be a black male therapist
if you can.
I don't care who it is. Find somebody you can open up to.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. It's from Roman, Patreon member. All right, he say, what's up, Krew? Back again, but I put myself in some shit. He said, it's a lot to read, so he said, I proofread it for your mental health. All right, he say, context. He said, okay, I have an OG homie. Met him like 3 or 4 years ago, and we've been tight ever since. He said, I met his family, wife, and kids. To be honest, he's a wild, reckless, playboy street nigga. We stupid loyal to each other because we're similar. So he'd always hit me up to go out downtown and snipe some hoes and make some plays. And we doing this damn near every weekend. When it comes to his family, it's none of my business. But all I got to say is his wife's strong as fuck or something. The situation. Okay, now the situation is, it was his birthday last weekend. Threw a house party. Friends, family, big booty strippers. During the party, his wife's friends needed to go to a gas station, run and get some blunts. I was trying to get at her friend, so I rode along. I'm in the back seat with my homie's wife.
I already know what is going down.
The girl I want is in the front seat in front of me. And as I'm leaning up talking to her, homie wife groped me and said, you need to sit back and put my seatbelt on. So I do, but she's still groping me. So I move her hand, quote unquote, playfully, give her a quick, serious look. Then she asking me what did I do with her husband and why he only like chilling with me. And when he out with me, he don't come home to the next day type shit, saying, quote unquote, y'all must be fucking bitches in your crib. After all that, on the way back smoking, herself and friends saying they wants to hang with me and her girls when my homie goes to Cali some weekends. I told her I don't want to go out with y'all. I don't like going out. She screamed, cap. The friend I wanted said I got to because she can't roll. So fuck it. I'm on that ass now with her friend. The friend and I suggested we kick back at my crib after they club and shit, which I was cool with, but not with the homie wife, unless he there too. Mm-hmm. After talking about that, now my homie wife head hurt because we drunk and she lays her head on my lap. Now I'm stuck. Back at the party, the homie wife giving me them lusty eyes like OT be talking about. He say, so my question is this. Now I feel awkward as fuck. Like, why is his wife trying to fuck me? If she trying to get revenge or something, should I tell my homie or should I keep his situation to myself? I don't want to break up no family, knowing I had a part in it, but I'm loyal to him only. So should I continue to watch their relationship from the bleachers and pray for their ass, or should I tell my homie?
Nah, you should tell your homie, bro. That's your real partner.
Was it an obvious grope?
Yes.
Groped her 3 times.
Where did she grope?
Hard to that.
Put your seatbelt back, baby.
Like this?
Put your seatbelt back.
Then she put her hands on you like this.
I mean,
bro.
Need a little more.
Is it hot in here?
Then she laid her head on his lap.
That's crazy.
Her head was hurting.
Fam.
That's what she said.
My head was hurting.
My head was throbbing. Come get your lady, man.
Yeah, hey, you need to tell him, fool. That's your real partner.
That's
you know what I'm saying? You just explained.
He said 3-4 years.
Hey, no. He said, hey, I'm only loyal to my partner. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but they only go out on the weekend.
So, 3-4 years,
that
and he
his
talking
partner,
like, hey, that's his partner.
Or his going out partner.
No, that's his partner. Because he say, man, I'm only loyal to my partner. So when you talking like that as a man, that's your partner.
That's his OG too.
That's his OG partner.
Oh yeah.
You gotta tell him, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta tell him. Like it's no other way. Hey, bro, look, this is what happened, my nigga. I gotta tell you this, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And lay it on him exactly how it went. Hey, bro, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I would want my partner to tell me, you know what I'm saying, my wife stepping to them and all that, because I'm free. You know what I'm saying?
It happened last week or recently. That's what he said.
Yeah, recently.
But I mean,
yeah. Hey, bro. Then it's fresh too.
Yeah, you
boy.
gotta tell that soon. Cause
you gotta tell that.
I'm be mad why you ain't tell me.
Yeah, why you ain't tell me right there? But you know what I'm saying? Like hey, bro. Yeah, you need to tell, buddy, bro. Damn, that's crazy.
He should have hit that and said it. Well, I see why you cheating.
Hell no. Hell no.
He had destroyed the friendship, boy.
I see why you cheat on your wife. Or he could be like, well, I don't know why you cheating, boy.
Oh, no, man.
I'm joking. I just had to get the Nah, that's some wild. I think that was all planned out, to be honest with you. Either she think her husband gay and she trying to figure out if you gay and y'all sleeping together, or she trying to get back at him.
And that's the thing. I don't understand why she would have to. Like, if I'm trying to figure it out, he already want her homie. So I just send the homie through there. But I think she might really just like bro.
Yeah, she like bro.
Because that's the OG. So he the little homie on top of it. And she know he want her friend.
The young tender.
And she trying to beat her friend to the punch.
But he rolled with him to the grocery store.
I wouldn't even
to the corner store to get some like a regular nigga would. Hey, y'all go get some guards. All right, I'm gonna buy some guards with y'all. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
She should have said ass in the front.
He should say no. You sit in the front. I want to talk to.
Or me and such and such going. That's how you do it. You want to come with me? Just her.
It might have been her car, her friend car. She want to drive her own car. You know what I'm saying? Might have been that type of situation.
And then you shrug her hand off all playfully and shit. No, see, that's wrong. Fam.
Yeah.
The first time, what? Nah, bro. Nah,
Yeah,
we gotta switch seats.
I'd have grabbed the elbow. Hey, fam, what? Hey.
Hey, your wife got a black eye. I didn't say why she got a black eye.
Hey,
she got a black eye.
Stop. Hey,
that nigga moved her hand. He moved it up.
Or she.
The meat right here.
He said he moved it up and over. He moved it up and over 3 times.
Or he should have been like Drewski. Just so my homie know.
Straight up.
Just so my homie know, I've got this on record, baby.
Straight up.
Because you know if your homeboy come to you on some shit like that, y'all been drinking.
Man.
Hey, fam, your wife just grabbed she grabbed that thing. That's going to be a problem because she grabbed this thing. You ain't as long as I am. So that's gonna be a problem. Second of all, you ain't as girthy.
He more girthy than me? Yeah, nah, 3 times, fam.
3 times. And then,
come on,
then to get afterwards, then you move it all playfully. And then she lay her head on you.
He moved it.
Dog,
yeah, fool.
The head shouldn't have been laid on your lap.
Yeah, I'd have got up on her stupid ass. I'd have got out the car. I'd have been like, hey,
get out the car, dog. No, that ain't happening.
She laid her head in your lap because you moved.
And then I'd have told them, hey, bro, she got to drive, bro. She got to drive.
Something.
No, she got to sit in the front seat.
Nah.
Put the friend back here
get
with
away
me.
from me.
I don't understand why you wasn't sitting next to the friend. The friend was in the passenger seat.
I don't get why.
Her friend been right back there, fam. What you on? But
damn.
Yeah, you fucked up.
That be men acting naive sometimes though.
Yeah. He a young buck.
He acting naive.
He a young
too.
buck. He don't know. He
Ain't
don't know
no way. No,
and the OG wife, she probably old head, and she tried to get at him like that.
Damn.
Yeah. So she tried to play him too. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That's a hard position to be in, but you only know him for 34 years, so you might as well go ahead and tell him.
That's true.
Just make sure it's an open environment so you don't knock your ass out.
Thanks, bro.
All right.
Thanks, bro.
All right, last question of the day. This from Kaswana, Patreon member.
What's happening?
She said, hey, Krew season. I was trying to give y'all a break so y'all can get some videos monetized, but y'all still get demonetized even without my question. So it is what it is.
Uh-oh.
So my questions today are as follows. We've established that majority of men will sleep with various women, but would only consider a select few to be wife material. Society promotes fairy tale endings and anomalies in relationships to be the norm to women, and that women are dealing with a more strident time factor when it comes to finding a partner, quote unquote, wanting a family. Therefore, the highest probability of success is finding a partner that you are happy with. Lies in knowing your lane. Something few of us are taught, knowing your lane. That's interesting. How do women find their lane when it comes to dating? When trying to find your lane, how can you differentiate when you are assessing yourself from a high self-esteem perspective versus an egotistical perspective? What checks and balances do you use, if any, for yourself, and what do you have to offer? Next question. Is having good sex a learned skill or innate skill? If it is a learned skill, is it possible to study in preparation for sex without taking part in the act? If so, what study materials would you recommend?
What?
She say no bonus questions today. Love the new hoodies. Definitely going to have to get the Carolina Blue to rep my alma mater. Love you guys. Kaswana the Virgin. Okay.
Man, you better go.
So, I don't even know. Okay, so first things first. Let's go back to the first question. How do women find their lane when it comes to dating? And when trying to find your lane, how can you differentiate when you are assessing yourself from a high self-esteem perspective versus an egotistical perspective? What checks and balances do you use, if any, for yourself?
That's
a woman.
Like a question that a woman needs to answer.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean, basically just being realistic.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I feel.
having conversations. You know what I'm saying? Small conversations, and then leading to big conversations on how his morals is and how he view things and all that. Do it a lot because you need to be checking boxes with him. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be getting that out the way. Like, what you think about this? What you think about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how was your upbringing? Oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be having these conversations. You get what I'm saying? That way you can judge and see if he's even qualified to be in a position with you. You get what I'm saying? Because you may start talking to him and he ain't got nothing to talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or he ain't got nothing that he stands on yet. You get because he ain't found his way yet. That ain't somebody you need to be taking serious. So that's what you need to be talking about. That's what you need to be going through. If you're talking to somebody, you need to weed through all the bull and see what they actually stand on, what they stand for as a man, where they see themselves going, family structure, all these type of things. Because all that is very important. Very important. And if you don't, what they call it, if you don't vet them right,
vetting, yep.
And you step into that just off of, you know what I'm saying, potential.
I think she's talking about self. I don't think she's talking about who she's dating. I think she's talking about self.
Yeah,
how does she find her lane?
Yeah,
she needs to just have small conversations. That's what I'm saying.
To learn more about herself, like what you like and what you don't like.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would say that your lane just depends on personality. Like, it got to be an organic thing. Like, if you are, certain women that are just the center of attention, they are very eloquent when they talk. Like, they can talk to anybody. They can make anybody feel like they have a chance. Like, it's certain women that just have that natural, guys or whatever. But there's certain women that are just shy. They maybe have super dope personalities, but just shy. They not open up like that, you know what I'm saying? But when they meet a dude and he gets to know her, it's like, oh, damn, this is a pretty dope girl. And there's certain chicks that's just, funny or whatever. They may just have you laughing or whatever the case may be, silly, goofy, whatever. And that's her lane. So I think it just depends on what your personality is. And at the end of the day, like what Smooth was saying, you got to be honest with yourself. If I'm a laid-back, shy person, I'm not going to try to go out there and be a comedian. I don't tell jokes well. So my lane is to be laid-back, low-key, or whatever, and you just kind of master that. But when you run into a guy you like, then you can slowly roll your personality out to him. I think what a lot of people do is they get confused according to what they want to be in comparison to who they really are. We speak about that all the time. Like, we be having kickbacks or something. Like, say, for instance, us hypothetically, if we all single. We having a kickback, I'm letting Smooth tell the jokes. He's the funniest out of all of us. I'm not going to be in that motherfucker trying to run jokes, tell jokes 24/7. That's not my lane. That's his lane. You know what I'm saying? So hypothetically speaking, that's how I'm going to play it. I'm not going to jump out of character and try to out joke him and please the women. It's just like, fam, that's not my lane.
Ain't going to do it. Ain't going to happen.
So, that's an example of what I mean. You got to
give it up.
Familiarize yourself with who you are, and then you'll be able to, lean into your lane organically. So that's my advice on that.
Yeah, staying in your lane, knowing yourself. But you need to date to understand that.
Yeah.
Similar to, let's say you got, I don't know, ice cream. You're at the ice cream parlor and you got different flavors of ice cream. Some stuff you automatically don't like. So those characteristics in somebody you don't want to deal with. But those that you do want, add those. And then that's how you kind of decipher whether you want to be with somebody or not and know what you want to tolerate. Because some things you may think you like, and then you deal with a person that has those qualities you're looking for, and it's like, nah, that person isn't as thoughtful, or that person is super selfish, and so it takes time. It takes time. It takes learning who you are, and then learning other people as well.
Yeah, your conversations with a man that you want to take serious need to be angled to what you want. And if he don't fit into none of that, you need to stop talking to him.
Common, I want to say common interest.
You know what I'm saying? It needs to be something almost a common interest. It would. Because you're not gonna stay with somebody that you like that's just strictly opposite of everything you believe. You're not gonna stay with them. What's the other question she had?
Is being good at sex an innate ability, or is it about learning? And if so, like, what tips or what study materials would you give her to learn how to do it? Now, mind you, she's a virgin now, so I guess she's trying to be good right out the gate.
That's not
just asking, is it possible for me to just be innately great at it?
No. You better jump from the ceiling on something.
You have to practice.
Hell,
just like they do in basketball, football, any sport, you have drills.
Exactly.
You have different types of drills for different types of skills.
Learn to make it disappear.
One is for agility. Agility. It could be for stamina. It could be for strength. It's just so many different levels to it. So you can study as much as you want, but you still got to perform the act.
Like, what's wrong with you?
So you want to learn how to go down on the man, but now you've been practicing on something, and then
been practicing.
Now you got teeth on it. Now you got teeth on it.
You've been practicing on a pickle and a cucumber. It's not the same.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not the same when he put pressure on you. It's not the same.
Experience. Yeah, experience for sure.
Come on, girl.
You can learn as much as you want, but you still.
You can read and all that all you want. Right? But that don't prepare you for real live action. A nigga with a degree will tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
That's real though.
Then you got emotions being involved.
Like, come on, man.
He hit that one spot.
Yo.
I mean, yeah, that
Get to fucking.
Yo. Bouncing on that thing, girl. Matter of fact, you need to get apartments with you need to get apartments with high ceilings only. Yeah.
Oh my God. 18 and up.
Leave, man.
Come on,
Make
girl.
this
What
hard
you
on me.
doing, girl?
Yeah, nah, I agree. I think it got to be learned right, but I think the want to learn got to be there as well.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
It's a certain quality that women that are great with sex have. Like, you could tell that they actually want to be great. Like, it's just like working a job, right? I can go there and do what my minimum requirements are, and I can get my check just fine. Or I can come in there and overachieve, study how this company works, find out ways to do my job a bit more efficiently, and now I'm getting promoted. See, it's a difference. So again, I think, want to got to be there. And it sounds like it is. Yeah. But, I ain't going to tell you just go out there and just start
you gotta learn.
Whatever. Because,
everybody's
who
stroke
knows your
ain't
religious
the
beliefs.
same. Everybody's stroke ain't the same.
It's not.
Everybody's not deep enough. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about myself.
Everybody ain't girthy enough.
Y'all niggas is terrible, man.
And you will learn these things in time.
Yeah.
You might not like the big long crane thing. You know what I'm saying? You may like the 4-inch thing. Yeah. You don't even know nothing yet.
Just be safe with it.
Yeah.
Use protection.
Yeah.
Do some
Jaws
studying.
may not open as wide for that one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What do you say? You ain't got to open as wide for that?
No, your jaws.
Oh my God.
Everybody's different.
It may not fit.
You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Just like some women is a slip and slide. Some it's a real tight corner. You know?
Yeah.
It's just a little rugged.
So you just. It's different. It takes experience. So now you got to learn how to navigate in them deep waters.
And everything don't fit you right. You know what I'm saying?
That's just real.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all going to hell on scholarship. On that note, man.
She said she wanted to learn.
Y'all, with the ad-lib in the background.
I sound like drill. Sound the country.
On that note, we gonna wrap this thing up. Y'all boys, shout out to our social medias, man.
SMUV__ little bitch.
_fitness all platforms.
KT_Goodrich.
Detroit AC everywhere. We appreciate all the support. Shout out to our Patreon. Battle of the Sexes 4 is coming. February 5th. If you Patreon, you're gonna get it a bit earlier than that. So if you're not Patreon, be sure to sign up. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure y'all following and liking and commenting and subscribing on all the Krew pages. YouTube going crazy, TikTok going crazy. We just hit 250,000 on there.
Yeah, it's like 255, 256. But
28K on YouTube.
28K.
That's facts.
14,000 on Instagram. But y'all not following me though, y'all little bitches.
We done jumped 2K in the last 2 weeks.
Y'all.
Insane. But we definitely appreciate all the support, all the love. I think that's all I got. Brand new sweaters coming very, very soon. I gotta tap in with the plug. They should be available this week. And when they are, we gonna post a pic and they gonna be available for purchase. Y'all been asking about them, so they are on the way.
Patreon to get them first though.
Oh yeah, of course.